Pretty good. Is that? And the father goes, shamefully, that's my son. And the other guy goes, shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
What the fuck is going on, everybody? It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It is the Knucklehead Comics. As always, we got Cavs, we got Cap in the building. We got the left elbow and the right elbow. We can beat your ass with any tag toes. Hey.
I want to tell you that so like you see how we do a wrestling podcast, right?
Yeah.
You see how wrestlers have their entrances and they get hyped up. I promise on everything. Every time the song comes on, I'm just getting pumped. And then the elbows come out and then I just start. Reminds me of Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Love it.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Yo, we got a banger for you tonight.
Oh, I'm excited.
We was turning around. We was like, everybody's hating on these fucking Disney Plus shows. We gonna make some of our own. So fuck all that. That's the main event for tonight. Give me a hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Go ahead, Cass.
Or you could do a hi yeah. Sorry
right?
Sorry for the headphone users.
I mean, can I get a
Yo, what the fuck? What the yo, you see? Everybody, that's what happens when you have smoke-free lungs.
That's right.
I bet this man could hold his breath on the water for 17 minutes.
17 minutes and 3 seconds.
You know who's good at that shit? Speaking of Krills, Krills could hold his breath for like 7 minutes, bro. That shit is crazy. My man told me that shit. I'm like, dog, that's impressive. Like,
Word.
You know, holding your breath is not an easy deal.
Hell yeah. He better not get choked out by no one.
I embellished a little bit. Sorry, Krills. 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Yeah, but without a breath, 4 minutes is 7 minutes.
That's crazy, fam. That's in dog years. That's half an hour.
I can
For real.
also hold my breath for 7 minutes. If I do 1 minute at a time at 7 different points of the day.
And take a 10 in between. You do a set.
I can hold my breath all day. Look. See? It's in there now.
Yeah.
I'm holding it.
Girl says comes after a breath work. We all can do it. Yes, sir. Gotta work
That's
on
right.
that.
That's right.
Girl,
Yeah.
keeping the healthy knowledge, baby. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna subscribe to the whole yoga shit.
I'm gonna work on that, Curls, for real. I'm gonna see how long I could just hold my breath underwater to begin with. If y'all don't hear from me, it went awry.
Cookie, you hold your goddamn breath, Cookie.
If it doesn't work, it went awry, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Yo, in the old house we lived in, we had a pool, and I would always just like go underneath the water and try to hold my breath as long as at some points I would just be sitting at the bottom of the pool like I'm in fucking meditation mode, just trying to stay there.
It's
like
funny
that's
too,
some daredevil shit.
Because when you do that, you keep your weight down, so you're not floating up. So
Yeah.
There's a lot of like underwater training like that. You know what I'm saying? This guy, Cap, was in the military. I'm pretty sure he had to do some wild shit like that. It's not Marines, but I'm pretty sure you did some wild stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, Navy.
that
Sorry,
man
not
smoked
Navy.
for
Navy.
5
Sorry.
minutes.
He was with some swimming ducks.
Yo, if you have overalls, as soon as you get in the water, you unbutton them, you flap and push all the air in, hold it, and now you're floating.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard the ones that you could take off your pants.
Yep.
You know, do the same thing. Slap the water on them, bring them up. So first of all, you want to take off your pants. You want to tie the bottoms of your pants. Then you do bring in get water in there, bring it up, tie it around, put that around your neck, and now you can float, bro. Seen that. I don't know if it was Bear Grylls or some shit, but I seen it happen, and that shit's impressive.
That shit's dope.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. Well, you know, the survival instincts and training that you got to go through to make sure you don't die in any situation. It's crazy. It's crazy. The only thing they don't train is when Squirrel Girl is around you.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do about that. You just die.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You just die.
Yeah.
OP.
Word. So we got the question of the day, and these guys have tasked me with the question of the day, and I thought about it on the way home, and I was like, you know what? Let me give them something easy, but something that's creative, right? I'm gonna paint a picture for you.
Let me guess. Is God dead? Discuss.
Oh no! So you wake up with a dead bitch in your room. All right. So I'm gonna paint the picture for you. Let's say tomorrow morning. You wake up, it's early, you're not rushing to get to work. You go, all right, let me, check my shit. You check your phone, you look at your bank statement, you open up your bank statement, and it says you have an excess of $86 million in your account. Shit. So you do your due diligence, and let's say like a week later, you get all the information you have. That is your money. Okay,
I was gonna ask.
That is your money, tax-free. You don't have to worry about all that shit. It's just something happened, you got it. I'm not going to. Something happened, you got it. What do you do?
Well, I am going to invoke my inner office space. I'm gonna.
Son of a bitch!
I'm pulling up to work, extremely nonchalant. Have a couple of customers that would like to curse out. But in all realness, like I would donate. There's a couple cool little charities that I would donate to. First of all, anything for kids, athletics, sports. We just did a fundraiser for my son on GoFundMe because his baseball team is now a tournament only team. So we need equipment, we need to travel. So you know what I'm saying? So I would definitely hit the Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs, and definitely throw a little cheer. And then I'm gonna act like I don't know no fucking body and disappear. Nah, of course not. Obviously, that's my inner riffraff. But obviously, I'll help some friends. I'm not trying to, lose too much. But something now, are you, do you want me to talk about an outlandish purchase?
Yeah, like
Yeah, okay,
you know,
cool,
obviously you
cool,
get
cool. I
your
want-
orders situated, but you know.
Okay, so after all of that good sappy shit is over.
Yeah.
Because
The
I need it for
nitty
my
and the
my
gritty.
conscience. I gotta donate to
Yeah.
some charities, and I gotta donate to my peoples that been riding with me forever, who used to buy me food when I ain't have it, and they barely did. Obviously, there's a lot of people, but with $86 million, I think I could cover all of y'all. Now, what I would do, I would get a crazy high-rise apartment. I'm not a house guy. People here in Florida, it's like, oh, get a house. No, I'm an apartment guy. But I will get, do you guys remember Charlie's Angels? The bad dude that he is in Iron Man 2. I always forget his name in Iron Man 2. Hammer, yeah. His house. It's like on top of the freaking woods, and it's just
Sam
round.
Rockwell?
Yeah, so it's like round, all of this mirrors everywhere. I would get that. And somewhere in there would be a library. And I will playing the Marvin Gaye song. Thank you, Krills. Yes. And somewhere in that library, there is going to be a book that I pull, and I'm going to have a secret entrance to a crazy man cave. That's what I really would do with the 86 mil. You know, traveling the world and all of that shit will come. But me personally, the first thing I want is a bat cave in where I need to open it behind a library or a bookshelf. That's it. I'm done here.
And so any like specific cars or?
I'm not a car guy. I do okay for myself, and I still ride around in a 2011 Corolla.
Hey, your Corollas are dependable.
I could put another 50 grand. I could put another 50,000 miles on that shit. I'm almost at like 95.
Yeah.
But for the inner child in me, you know, the child who loved playing Gran Turismo and Tokyo Highway Battle and shit like that, I'll get a Skyline. Yeah, I'll get a Skyline. And I have so much money, I wouldn't even switch it to a left-hand driver's side. Nah, I'll leave it on the right. Stop me. I dare you. Stop me. I dare you. I'm leaving it on the right. I would have to learn how to drive stick, though. Which doesn't sound too hard, but...
No, yeah, but just don't do it in the Skyline. Learn how to drive stick in a fucked up car.
Yeah. That is the Skyline.
Because you're going to lose $86 million quick when you keep burning out that clutch.
Yeah. On a Skyline? Maintenance on a Skyline? Jeez.
Yeah,
I'll buy a shitload of nutmeg.
I got that. Grills. So I guess I'm next, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, to keep with the office space, hell, man, $86,000. I'll do 2 chicks at the same time. That's what I thought you were going with.
What up, normal guy?
No, first thing I do, buy a house, buy something that nobody can fucking take from me ever. And then, newsflash, Cap is boring as shit. I sit on that money as if I'm a dragon hoarding it, and I don't buy anything else except for little knickknacks here and there. I'm gonna donate because I actually do donate to the Critical Role Foundation, so I will donate the money.
Awesome.
I will. Everybody who means something to me gets a little cut.
Awesome.
You know that's automatic. But I buy the house, I sit on my money, and if I ever have kids, I spend that shit all before I go and leave them all pissed off.
That's some Steve Harvey shit.
Son, that shit is real. I have clients at my job that I'm like, yo, I'm trying to spend it before my greedy ass kids can get it. That's real.
Yo, it's just all it's gonna say in my will is the only thing you've ever truly had in this life is my love. Peace.
What if you like really enjoyed them as people and you want to leave them something behind? Would that happen?
First off, the likelihood of me having kids is almost at a 0. So
true,
I'm
but
not even worried about it. But I can have the greatest kids in the world. I'm still gonna do that. because that's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, that's just hilarious. When
Eat it, cocksuckers. Somebody's coming with literally taking the money. Yo, I hear you. I hear you.
I never spend a dime of it. Cap, you have 6 months to live. We out. We bowling. I don't even drink, but we popping champagne bottles everywhere.
Big facts. I love it. I love it.
I don't smoke at all, but I'll have a Cuban woman rolling Cuban cigars for no reason.
Just right there, just fucking just throwing cigars out of the butt of your window in the Bronx. Here.
That's it.
So you wouldn't know that Cap is rich, but there will be hints. There will be hints. Like the chicken tenders and fries are now accompanied with a glass of fruit punch and a wine glass.
Yeah.
No.
Picky up on the fruit punch, on the brisk iced tea. Sorry.
To be completely honest, the only way you'll know that I'm rich is because Cap said it as a joke, but you might not see me ever again.
Yeah.
Yo, Cabs, not for nothing. We used to have the glass from the Stella Artois shit.
Yeah.
I used to drink my iced tea in it. I used to drink it too, like this, holding,
If you don't have that Stella cup in your thing right now, who are you? I got 2 of them bitches. Everybody gets those Stella cups. They're nice though. I like them. And I like a good Stella here and there. Yeah.
No,
I've stopped beer completely. Well, not completely, but I do a lot of Trulies now.
No, I hear you.
Nice
Shit.
cups. What would you do, Toe?
All right, so most people already know I want to buy a neighborhood and choose who I live next to me, right? But I also want to have my own stream. I want to have my own streaming setup, so that way everybody has the same shit, same mic, same camera. We're in a room. We're able to throw blows at each other. Like when Kenny gets me pissed off on Monday, I can hit him. You know what I'm saying? We're going at it, baby. We're going at it.
Kenny, where are you?
Word. But yo, now this is the nerd in me that a lot of people probably don't pay attention to. My house would consist of multiple man rooms because I'm the type of guy that I like to do certain things at certain times.
I hear that.
So I will have one room for streaming where there will be a rotating table. So each wall is a different backdrop depending on what I'm streaming.
That's awesome.
I would have a room specifically custom made so I can play with my figures, my wrestling figures, in peace. I
always wanted a wrestling ring when I was a kid.
You know what I'm saying? Having like my own little stadium up there with the figures, soundproof, a TV so I can watch the wrestling while I'm doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking a movie theater because I like to do movies.
For soda.
Grills, fuck around. I will have one of those soda machines in my fucking house, bro. I will have.
So you doing some Richie Rich shit?
Yes,
want a McDonald's in the crib?
A Checkers.
A Checkers.
I need the Checkers fries. Yeah, I will have that fucking soda machine. And when niggas go, what do you want to drink? What you got? I got Coke. I got Sprite. I got orange soda. I got ginger ale. I got water. I got Hi-C orange. Whatever you get. Yeah, whatever you get from McDonald's, that soda machine, that's what I got. Over there, I got the Sizzlers, authentic Sizzlers ice cream machine in my fucking kitchen because we don't fuck around.
Normal guy, for sure we're going to have a candy machine.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I have a question for you, Toe. Do you use some kind of electronic mover? Like, do you have a Segway to go from room to room? Do you just use one of those wheelchairs at the supermarkets? And people like, this house sounds huge. What are you rolling around in?
Oh, no, I'm going to be walking, you know what? Because I'm going to have some Bill Gates type shit where the hallways are going to follow me. So if I'm listening to music, the music's playing on the speaker I'm under. If I'm watching TV, the TV's playing the shit I'm watching.
That's cool. Like you would have to put nanotech inside you so your house can read your mood and what you're doing.
Yep.
Shit, I would have pneumatic tubes. That's how I get around. Just sit in the tube, whoop, and then I go into a different room.
Shit, a fucking gym. My own personal gym, and then a gym in the neighborhood, so everybody could, if we want to work out together. But it's one of those, if I just wake up, fuck it, I want it. And then my own wrestling ring, and then you gotta have the punching bag and shit. But I want my own wrestling ring. Even if I don't take bumps, I want to just be able to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm sleeping in this motherfucker.
I would sleep in a ring. I would.
Yeah.
It's
Correct.
hard, but
Yeah.
for the experience.
And I also need a pool with a diving board. It don't have to be Olympic size, but that's a good size for me. I'm a big dude. I don't know if you guys notice. I'm almost 6'8". I'm very close to 6'8". Give or take a foot or not.
Every time we stand next to each other, you at least 6'5".
This is true.
So maybe when you take the Timbs off, you 6'5".
Yeah.
Timbs on 6'7". I've seen it.
Word.
See, Krills, that's funny you say that. I remember when my son was super little, he went to this shit. It's like a field trip in his daycare. They went to a ninja academy, son. Fam, that shit was, bro, they had the parkour set up everywhere. They're teaching you how to jump off shit, tuck in, and like at the end, you would do like a tag session between the kids. Kind of like how you see it in the parkour championships on ESPN. Kind of like that. Obviously not that intense. I would fuck with a parkour setup. Like if I could jump off shit and know that I can land on like foam and rubber, I'd fucking jump off everything.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would need an on-call. That'd be the only expense I have is an on-call doctor if I was gonna jump anywhere.
There's foam. Hopefully you catch the foam because kids do get hurt in those fucking in those places. All of those, like there's this shit called urban air. All of that fucking swinging and shit. One of the kids at baseball, this was a while ago, he fucking broke his arm over there. So you definitely got to be careful with that shit for sure.
Word. And me, I've always been the type I like to customize my shit. Everything I want everything custom to me. Like I have to. Cap knows this. Everything I do, I want it to be mine. I want to make it so I wouldn't need a 350Z. But I want to soup that shit up. I always wanted I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee before. I want another one, but like lowered, a sleeper type shit that's faster than other shit. I had these, and then just one, a Challenger.
Okay.
Like the new Challenger that looks old school.
Yes.
Like one of those just driving around.
For a split second, I thought you were gonna say a Charizard. I was like, you gonna try to get an actual Pokemon?
Yo, we got 86 million. We want Charizards.
That's right. I want Charizards in this motherfucker.
I'm more Squirtle, but all right.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm sorry to derail like this, but he brings up a good point. What Pokemon did y'all choose? I definitely went Charmander.
Navy guy. Gotta go with the water.
Gotta go Squirtle.
I think I went Charmander also.
Okay. My close second is Squirtle though. Because the Squirtle gang is legit.
Yeah.
Squirtle gang, one of the best of all time.
Bulbasaur just looks stupid as fuck.
I mean, he is the odd one out for sure. And even Venusaur and even those look weird,
You know who Toad would really have? Snorlax. It'd be him and I'd have to move out. It'd be him and Snorlax just
No. I would have that. I would have that big ass brolic rock nigga.
Geodude?
Champ?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy with the wrestling belt?
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
what his name is.
It's funny. One of my favorite Pokemon is just like a low level Pokemon. I just like how they look with the it's Hitmonlee. I like his Muay Thai straps. and he just kicking shit. I like Hitmonlee a lot.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay.
We buying Pokemon, y'all. Yeah, Hitmonlee is my guy, bro. He just looks cool. Hell yeah, my man just kicking it. He does Muay Thai. Those are Muay Thai raps. Shit is dope. And that's Hitmonchamp, which is the boxer version.
Jax. My man looked like Jax from Street Fighter. Oh no, not the Balrog. Yeah, Balrog.
I love how he has the skirt shorts from like boxing dudes be coming out with. Like those are them like skirt shorts that they be having. That shit looks official, bro.
It's crazy the shit that we grew up on, and you don't even see that shit no more.
Nah, yo, Pokemon is going stronger than ever. What you don't see as much though is those original 150, which is kind of like where I gave up. Like the extra 50 after the original 152, I guess you can say, with Mew and Mewtwo. After that, it just got real crazy, and then by now, I don't even like nowadays. You can show me a Pokemon, I won't know it. Like 8 out of 10 times, I won't know it.
But they don't know what it is to have Team Rocket, though.
Yo, Team Rocket is the best, one of the best on-screen duos. One of the best. Jesse and James.
Yeah. That chick was hot. That's when I started liking red hair.
And that was red. Like that's red. And I think James was purple.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good times.
Quill sent us a picture of Torrid. He said he's on Pokemon Go.
Yo, Pokemon Go is good times, man. Pokemon Go is good times. Okay, yeah. Look at that shit, man.
That shit looks like if Thing took fucking jujitsu.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like. I gotta get back on my Pokemon Go shit, man. I had a really fun time playing.
Yo,
Pokemon.
you know what I started watching, and I played a little bit the phone game, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's time to do.
Yeah, I remember we was like, yo, why don't we just let's start a game up? Fuck it, what's the game? Pokemon. We started getting cards, we figured out how to play it, and then it was like we got decks this big and shit, and it's like you can only use 5 cards, but fuck it, I got 87,000.
When we first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, we didn't know what we were doing.
Just doing cards.
Yeah, we got a set, and then we were like, all right, we're only gonna get the sets we can afford. Then my boy had his brother, or my boy's brother bought him a deck, and he was whooping our ass and like, yo, fuck it, this game is garbage. I beat him one time and I quit.
It's pay to win.
I moved over to Magic.
Yeah, it's like, yo, it's funny because I remember Magic was like, yo, we only gonna get cards, like whatever you get out of the decks is what you got. And then Caps boys started buying individual cards. And I'm like, no, fuck this. I got my own dragon deck. I got a Minotaur deck. I got this deck. I was like, fuck, y'all want to start doing individual cards? I could do it too. Because I'm a powerhouse, Cabs.
Pay to win.
Like, I hit you for 17. I don't fuck around.
You got 10 level cards. There's no strategy. You just hitting people in the face.
Straight brute.
It's a tank decks work.
Yep.
Yo,
you don't have enough. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So you need to go all in. That's the thing about a tank deck. You're going all in early, or you're not winning.
Yeah. If I don't have land, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yo, my strategy is to pack the board with creatures that negate damage when you try to attack.
Facts.
And then a whole bunch of synergies between my enchantments where you have to pay to attack me, and then I get to just do whatever I want.
See,
this motherfucker.
I was always intimidated by Magic, and then I ended up playing a card game, a video game. I mentioned it before, Hearthstone, which is like that one was a little easier to understand than it was like, I know Magic has games too, but like, I don't know, this just felt good. It's the only card game I really got into. I also got into Gwent, which is from the Witcher games. Gwent is pretty cool. The Gwent game is pretty good. Yeah. But Magic is intimidating.
Well,
like,
the Magic now has Magic Arena, which you can play on your phone anywhere, your laptop.
You have to give that a shot.
It's cross-platform, so wherever you download it, we can link up and play.
I'll probably put that on the PC, yeah. Good times.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
Before we move on, what you guys think of episode 3 of She-Hulk?
This is my favorite episode.
Really?
My favorite episode. Yeah, it's my favorite episode. Maybe not because of She-Hulk and I mean Wong was there. My man Wong dipped it on the police. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out of here. But
I
I
must
do.
go.
I you know me. I like to choose peace. If I can choose not to be petty, that's always going to be the answer. Sometimes you get a little upset, whatever. But I love how Marvel's just snapping back at everybody. I know some people are like saying like, yo, you should just focus on the show. Don't focus on the naysayers. We got a lot of other Marvel properties to focus on that. Talk your shit, Marvel. The whole part where they're going through the social media shit, like, oh, why is every female a hero now? Oh, hashtag me too. I was like, yes, Marvel, do that shit. Do that shit. Do it. Have fun with it. Like, fuck all these people. I love her fourth wall breaking when Pug comes into the bar and she's like connecting the A and B story. Nice. Like, yo, I think
Yeah.
I think everything around this episode was like my favorite part of it. I said it from the beginning. They're aware. Now they're over aware. And I love it. She's like, hey, this isn't going to be a cameo show. I know you guys all want to see Wong. Bro. This has been my favorite episode so far. 100%.
Yo, did you see the picture that she put out as the thirst trap for Wong?
I did. Yeah, she was hilarious. She was hilarious.
Yeah, yo, the way you put it, I get it, and I appreciate the third episode more. But I was like, I kind of want some more lawyer shit.
Oh, give me all the. You know, I want the lawyer stuff. I got some lawyer shit coming up for y'all later. Oh.
Yeah, you can ask Toe. I spend the majority of that episode looking at him, going, "What the fuck is going on? The fuck is happening right now?" And now, I am approved. I know this. I know She-Hulk is supposed to be over-sexualized and all that. I do not have a problem with the fact that she twerks. That's not my issue. My issue is, an episode ago, you told us how they're never going to take you seriously because you only got the job because you're a Hulk. And then you're in your office and with big bay windows that your coworkers and your boss sees, and you're twerking with Megan Thee Stallion in your office. If she was at a party, like if they had went back to the bar and revealed that Megan Thee Stallion's a new client of hers, and in the bar they start taking shots of dancing and twerking, fine, I'd go right ahead. But you want to be taken seriously, and then you do that at work. That's
it's the Megan Thee Stallion kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The Megan Stallion effect. You know, Meg's around, she drops those knees. You kind of got to do the same.
Again, if she didn't mention herself how she wants to be taken seriously, I wouldn't have a problem. But you went out of your way.
She just won the case. She just won the case, you know? So yeah, I think she knows she has the job regardless. You know, she knows she got it. I'm glad. So, you know, it's funny. I seen a lot of people talk shit. I seen a lot of people defend it. I seen a lot of people be neutral about it, which is, I think, where you're coming from. And then I see some people hate it. And I'm glad that this was a post-credit scene, because had this been in the show, there would have been, I think, a lot more talk about it. I think it was good as a post-credit scene. But it was out of place based on what she said. It's like, you wanted us to believe that you got all odds against you and you need to behave a certain way. And here you are. I get it.
It's only because it was in her office. Like I said, if it was in an appropriate setting,
taking shots and shit. Yeah.
I mean, Baron Zemo dancing in the fucking club, was fucking awesome. So had that taken place in any other setting, go for it. I don't give a shit. You're supposed to be doing that.
But I respect the argument, though, because you're coming with not just the issue that you had, but how you would solve it. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, Marvel would never make She-Hulk twerk. And it's like, the She-Hulk jumps rope naked in her comics. Yeah. She's done a lot worse than that. Like, you know, and again, so I like how you put it. It's like, it's not about that she did it. It's the setting. Yeah. That I respect. Like, no lawyer who got the job the way that they did is going to do that in front of their boss with glass all over your office.
It's even the fact that, again, not only that, but you just told us the episode before, and you haven't fully embraced anything yet. like it might have been a different story had she fully embraced being She-Hulk and she's fully ingratiated in the law firm, and everybody's like, oh well, that's just Jennifer. She's wild and crazy. Different story.
Yeah. I do like how she was like, I will kill for you, Megan Thee Stallion. She was like, let's bring it back a bit. That was actually funny. I was like, okay, that was actually good.
They brought in Megan Thee Stallion because Tatiana Maslany is a huge fan.
Yeah.
So they did that for the actress.
I read up on that. So it kind of like makes sense. I will kill for you. She's like, okay, chill out. I thought the courtroom stuff was hilarious with that Asgardian. And shout out to Ryan Airy in Screen Crush. I saw a video from his a while ago about how they're going to like position this war on New Asgard. This could be a fun start to that. Yeah, like I watched that video. He was like, yo, this is how maybe the Thunderbolts are gonna get at them, and we have all of this department of, I always forget,
damage control.
Yeah, I always forget the name. And we have that. I was like, damn, look at you, Screencast doing your thing. Called that a while ago.
You know what's funny? Here's one thing I haven't heard. Somebody mentioned it in a recap in a Easter egg video, but I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. They race swapped a black character to a white character because she fought the Wrecking Crew. And what was it? Thunderbolt or Thunder?
It's Thunderbolt. It's Thunderbolt.
Yeah, Thunderbolt. He's black in the comics. Now he's some white dude. I haven't heard anybody mention shit about that. Where's our uproar? Make your own heroes. Leave ours alone.
Oh, more importantly, why was her clothes so big on her?
Well, I think after learning that you're about to rip clothes, you buy clothes in a bigger.
Yeah. I'm talking about like She-Hulk was wearing some big ass clothes.
It's still it's big on her, yeah. Like I get it. Like, girl, you got. Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Spandex, honey. What didn't the Hulk just fucking tell you? Your best friend is spandex.
You can't wear spandex to work, or
Why
maybe
not?
you can.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's twerking now.
Yeah. To be fair, the Hulk the She-Hulk is more tall than she is large.
Yeah. That was I was very interested in the whole. Hey, did you get the sample for the boss? That's the one thing that stood out to me the most.
Leader.
Yeah, like, I mean, they brought back Abomination. I'm just saying, Cap, like they brought back Abomination. Like, this is one of those teases, that we had a long time ago. I get it. Wasn't the MCU yet. I get it. But hey.
Yo, the Leader would probably be a better fit for She-Hulk anyway.
100. Because
she's 100% intelligent. She's 100% in control. He's, there could be interesting verbal battles.
And we have that whole thing of her like trying to call Bruce. Like, Bruce, you dealt with this guy, what do I do? He's like, sorry, honey, I'm over here running this planet. So handle it on your own,
Can you imagine if the phone somehow works in Sakaar and she calls him and she's like, yo, Bruce, I have this dude named the Leader. What do I do? And she just hears on the other side, like fighting and shit. And he just says, Hulk smash!
It just breaks the phone.
She takes the phone and is like, I'm not having sex with him.
Yeah. which is funny because they had that joke with that kid in the episode. Like, I smash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought it was very fun. Marvel talk your shit. Keep doing it. Keep calling them out. It's funny because that guy, the guy that Pug is defending, I forget his name. It's like,
dipshit.
Dipshit. That's supposed to be like the internet. And it's funny. She's like, you know what? Yes, he totally will 100% believe that he is dating Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I believe that. I thought it was fun, but Toe, I'm with you 100%. Let's see more courtroom stuff.
So
give
far,
me the courtroom stuff, bro. I've been saying it.
I don't think we're gonna get it because the writers have come out and saying that the hardest thing for them to write is the courtroom shit.
I could imagine.
Yo, I'm telling you, my biggest problem with this show so far is that it's only 30 minutes. Give me 45. I need a little bit. Yo, every time it just starts to get interesting, it's over.
Which is kind of the nature of a 30-minute episodic thing. Where like
Yeah, but
that's why those shows work so much back in the day, because you needed that. But back in the day, them shows was half an hour. We would get one a week. If She-Hulk came out 9 straight days like that, which I wouldn't like, but I do want a longer show. So this episode was a wee bit longer, maybe like 2-3 minutes longer. But like, yeah, like just give me just put 2 episodes together and give us the 6 episodes moving forward. I want a longer episode.
word.
Should I go ultra nerd, or should we just leave it at this?
No, I mean, you made a good point about it, Cap. Please.
Yeah,
feel
go
free.
ultra nerd. Go over 9,000.
If you are not gonna go ultra nerd here, then where are you gonna do it, right?
Right? Shit.
Yeah.
Good
Well, the
point.
ultra nerd thing is
Points for you.
so Wong remembers erasing everybody's memory.
So there's
I've heard a few theories about it, but
I have a few theories too. I still need to think about it more, because they said that they tampered with a memory spell. So like, maybe he was aware that the spell was done, and I don't know. I really don't. I haven't had time to think about it.
There's 2 theories. One, Wong is aware that that spell exists and that they have done it in the past, and he's like, "I'm not doing that shit again."
But
and
he doesn't know what the
wish
wish was.
Spider-Man, he's just saying about the spell.
That's what I believe. He knows that something was done by Strange. That's what.
2, Marvel loves to just fuck up their continuity for no reason. Because they put they put She-Hulk after the events of Moon Knight. But some of this shit takes place during Shang-Chi.
So
Like,
I
where the fuck does this show take place?
I was talking about that with someone. So that's a question. So is it going on during Shang-Chi, or is what we saw just past footage? Or are we expected to believe that this is all going on at the same time? I think that they just showed past footage, trying to it just got revealed now because, she's taking on this case. So now it's like, oh, by the way, he was doing this shit a little while ago. It's very confusing.
But here's the thing, right? I can see the flashback being past footage because it's a flashback. And, Bruce was human and he had the thing, and that's how he wound up in Shang-Chi. Got it. But Shang-Chi happened way, way before She-Hulk, where it sits in the timeline. And just now somebody's revealing that Abomination.
Hey, they don't reveal it until he's mentioned.
No, but he's getting
now that he's on.
Why not say it then?
Or it could have been one of those where the guy had the video and was like, Abomination wants to get released from prison.
Release the footage.
He's fighting. He's already out.
That's what I believe. I think they're just trying to make Jen's case a little bit more difficult, just to give her a little bit, just some kind of force against her case or whatever. I don't know, but it is very confusing, Cap. I had a long conversation about the same thing with someone. What is happening?
Real quick, just to be the devil's advocate, just to be that the dick that stirs the pot a little bit. In Spider-Man No Way Home, Wong did say, "Don't involve me." Yeah. So he's the Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange probably like erase everybody's memory but Wong.
There's a 6th person. He says that there's a 6th person. He says, I changed the spell for you 6 times. And he's like, I only told you 5. That's
there you go. Yeah, see, look. Okay,
that's great and all. But at the end, Doctor Strange makes it so that everybody forgets Peter. And the new end credit scene explains how that works. And it's not so much that Peter was, essentially Peter was erased, like all of his high school transcripts and shit were erased. But people's memories, he's not prominent in their memories. So when they think back, they're like, oh, you were there, and some other dude was there. I don't know who the fuck that other guy was.
Who's the Spider-Man guy?
Yeah, I have something in this hand, but there's something in this hand. It's like, I don't even know what's in this hand anymore.
But I'm just ultra nerding out because I think they're needlessly weaving in shit that now we're having discussions like this in the minutia of shit when you didn't have to fucking do all that.
True, but I mean, Juan was on some leave me out of it, so maybe he was left out of it. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. Maybe his memory can't get wiped like that. He put a wiping memories block on his brain.
Except he didn't, because they wiped the moon party at Kamatage and he didn't remember that.
That was before he was Sorcerer Supreme.
Anybody else find it weird that to be the Sorcerer Supreme, Wong had to fight in a fucking Kumite, but all Doctor Strange had to do was wait for the white lady to die?
Well,
he had to fight nobody.
Yeah, technically in the fucking comics, don't they have to fight in a tournament to be the Sorcerer Supreme?
At certain points, certain
because
writers,
Doctor Doom was in that tournament when he was trying to become Sorcerer Supreme to fight the devil, and he lost to Doctor Strange, and that's when Doctor Strange helped him save his mom or some shit.
Yeah, certain writers do certain things, because I know Magic became the Sorcerer Supreme, but I don't think she had to fight in a tournament. I think Blade was Sorcerer Supreme for a little bit. Like
shit. But I'm just saying, I think Juan has a don't fuck with my memory spell on his brain, and that's why he knows that Spider-Man
he's the Sorcerer Supreme, baby.
Yeah, that's what he got to do.
Like I said, I just have to, it's needless for Marvel to put all this shit in it for like.
So you know how the thumbnails appear on your YouTube, even though you haven't watched them, because I've already seen that Screen Crush got one. I see that new Rockstar's got one. I see everybody's talking about this, so I haven't. Like I said, I had a long weekend, whatever, and I haven't really been on my P's and Q's with that and keeping up, but I will definitely see what they're saying about Peter. It's interesting.
Word. But any final thoughts on the series so far? We're about the halfway point.
I like it. Keep it campy, keep it fun, and keep pissing everybody off because it's working.
I want some big shit to happen next episode though.
Here's my thing though. I wish I could find the viewership numbers, because it might be working for us, but if viewership is down, that Marvel's not gonna just do shit that loses the money.
I mean,
it's gonna wind up being like her comic book. They're gonna cancel the show and just put her in random shit. It shows.
I mean, I think that's the point, regardless with a lot of these shows. But you're right. I do think that it shows that Marvel is listening, which obviously they had with like the signing of Mr. Fantastic and Krasinski. Like obviously they're listening, and I'm not trying to say that they filmed this before, but I think it's fun to just see them poke fun at the internet and just fuck it. If you can't beat them, join them, right? So I think it's just a fun show. It was a campy kind of character, campy kind of series who, just had a little fun. And I like Marvel having fun like this. Like, bro, keep getting at these people. I think it's fun. One of the main reasons why I chose my character today.
All right. You chose his character today.
Oh, but before we get into that, little bit more news. So apparently the guy, I'm bad with names, but the guy that Warner Brothers wanted to tap to be there, Kevin Feige, talks broke down and he's no longer in talks to take over. So Warner Brothers Discovery and DC, the DCEU in particular, are still in turmoil. They're still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And Taika Waititi is seemingly confirmed not to return for another Thor movie.
Oh man!
After Thor: Love and Thunder.
The results are in. The results are in.
Yo, I'm telling you, he does. They say he's doing another one, and all he's gonna hear is FBI, open up. It's over for him. That's it. I'm tired of this shit, bro.
Nah, people will raid for sure.
He got too fucking cute with that shit. He got too cute. Parts of the movie was pretty good, but you overshadowed fucking Christian Bale. Like Christian Bale should have been the main character in that movie, and Thor should have been like a side note.
Yo, that last the last 30 minutes, when he actually goes to fight Gore the God Butcher, that was fucking good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first 2 acts, I don't know what the fuck he was on. Like,
My man said you got
The
one
definition
wish.
of the definition of too cute. That's
Yeah.
it. Like, you can't go fully cute. You can't.
Yeah.
you never go full cute. Like,
You never go full cute.
Yeah, it's like I was gonna say something from Dodgeball, but it's a little risque nowadays.
what were we gonna say?
It's like watching Tara try to fuck a doorknob.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean the way I said it.
The way you yes. How you said it is the important part. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what we getting at?
The main event.
Yeah, we can get to the main event, but in all honesty, I'm pretty sure the next movie is gonna be Thor's last movie.
Yeah.
Let's get some real shit going on here.
We've been passing I'm surprised he got the fourth movie.
Yeah, I thought it was Guardians of the Galaxy.
I thought Thor would show up and then this would be a nice segue off. But I mean, he has a daughter now, so we'll see. Maybe he signed up for more films. Them checks is nice.
Word. I mean, yeah.
Checks are nice. I'm pretty sure Disney and Marvel signed nice checks. I was watching. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's not like he's working on getting an Emmy or anything like that, or Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Wildin' Out one time, and they were making fun of this guy, the guy who runs the show.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon, and they said something about his like horrible movies, and one of the dudes came up and he was like, "Look, in his defense, white people sign big checks." I think it was Cat Williams that said that. They sign big checks, bro. Like if I know a movie's gonna be bad and you're giving me $25 million, I'm gonna do that movie.
Yeah, fuck it.
Speaking of Wildin' Out, I think one of my favorite jokes about Nick's rap career is I think Chico Bean came out and was like, "Yo, my man Nick is so fly." And they're like, "How fly is he?" He's like, "His new album came out and went aluminum."
Yeah. Oh my god. I liked one of those. I like those two. They were like, my man Nick is so fly. They're like, how fly is he? He went school shopping and bought 3 schools. Like that was D-Ray. That was D-Ray Davis that said that. I used to be a fan, but it's funny. Like I feel like with the social media presence in Wildin' Out, I kind of just faded away.
Yeah, it would. The earlier seasons were
like DC Young Fly was cool. Some of them were cool. Now it's like they are exclusively getting like I see these content creators all day long. I don't see me either.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, get your bag. I want all of y'all to hit it, but I feel like since that, I just kind of like waned away. It was good at the beginning.
I hear you.
Now it is time for the main event.
They never prepped me.
I had to.
They never prepped me.
I had to, Cass.
Cabs, you say they as if Vin prepped me on everything.
Well, you guys live together, but yeah, we don't. No one gets prep.
You think we talk to each other?
I would hope. We only talk on podcasts. After this, get in your room, leave me alone.
That's it. If I see you, I swear to God.
I do enjoy.
The only reason I don't dispute his tallest streamer or tallest podcast host in New York is because I don't see him. He might be that tall. I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
You got the facts. Yeah, get the facts straight. That's how we do it in here. But all right, yeah. So, who wants to go first? Do you want me to go first? Because even though I don't have a full series, I have an idea, I have a character, and I have a little bit of.
I don't have a full series either, but yeah.
I have 2, and I have what probably is a full fucking season. Then I almost damn near wrote a script for this shit.
Where Lay was talking to us on something. He had 7 seasons, 3 movies, an all-star game, a video game.
The less you. For real, son. A lot of Bucky Barnes talking there. It sounded really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go whatever, I'll go whatever you want. You choose.
All right, I feel like we got to keep Cap for last because he got the series.
100%.
All right, I'll go first, just because it's probably not gonna be as long as y'all, but it's gonna be interesting. So we'll just go this way. So I chose a Marvel character, not a superhero nor a supervillain, but I think for a DC, for a Disney Plus type TV show, I think it would be dope.
Perfect.
J. Jonah Jameson. Did we pick the same character, Cavs?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready for this. This is a curveball.
Now, yes. So now, the fun fact about why J. Jonah Jameson is the way he is, coming from the mouth of Stan Lee, is J. Jonah Jameson is supposed to be representing all the people in the public that hate comic books. And Spider-Man started off as an entertainer to represent how comic books are supposed to entertain you. And J. Jonah Jameson started hating on Spider-Man. So I'm going to take that a step further. And instead of for him just hating on Spider-Man, he's going to be the voice of all the haters that are on the internet.
Butcher.
Yes. Why are these women, like, there's a strong woman? Impossible. There's a woman that can shoot lasers. She needs to get back, like, the hate. Like, even he'll throw out a comment like, next thing you know, we're going to get a black female inquisitor. You know what I'm saying? Just to go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then every episode is going to be a different character. And he's going to have his photographer, Eddie Brock. Not Peter Parker. Eddie Brock is going to go out trying to get pictures of these heroes. We don't get to see the heroes because it's all a story that J. Jonah Jameson makes up.
We just see pictures.
Yeah, we see pictures, but we also get to see, like, sometimes he has to go out in the field, and it's one of those things, like, he comes with this assumption, and the majority of the stories prove that he's wrong. It's like, no, She-Hulk is, like Kamala Khan is a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is gonna the Daredevil, the devil of Hell's Kitchen isn't just somebody, isn't a gang member trying to beat everybody up. The propaganda that he does and all that. But you can also mention other people. Like, Eddie Brock can be looking at these heroes and going, yo, I'm looking up to these heroes. But it could be like where it's Eddie Brock is the good guy in this series in the beginning, and J. Jonah Jameson is the bad guy. But towards the end, because J. Jonah Jameson is a man of integrity, they swap. And that's why if you ever wanted to bring Venom into the MCU, you can have Eddie Brock, and now he can go after the Punisher and Daredevil and She-Hulk and Kingpin and Hawkeye, because he's already on. I hate y'all motherfuckers. And J. Jonah Jameson's on some, well, I'm not gonna give you the name of these fucking people, but they're still a menace. It's not always gonna be Spider-Man, but it's in New York. It's ground level, and it's everyone. And you mention everyone. It's like, now we got vampires running around the street, with samurai swords.
This could be like even a podcast in the background to movies and while like after his show is like done, it could be like a podcast in the back. This is that is such a cool idea.
Yeah,
you can even mention guys like Night Thrasher.
Yeah, the connector of the dots, the dot man, the guy that I think he could teleport anywhere he wants, but he just robs banks.
He can open up holes and just go in and out.
And he robs banks, and he's like, his ambition is so small. He doesn't go after the big picture. He's just trying to get money here and there. You have that as a story, and then you mention, see, they want to distract us from these menaces on the street with talking about a big guy coming out of the ocean. That's bullshit. Like one of those. Like he can be the connector of the dots for all of the shit that we haven't heard yet.
Yes.
What's next? Beacons in the sky. They want to fool you with more aliens coming. They're not coming back. We know this already. Just like he's gonna be the idiots online that talk shit about the people they don't like, but also the fake news fucking people.
There's a meme. You probably seen it. There's a
by
meme.
the way, The Spot. That's his name.
The Spot. There you go.
So J. Jonah Jameson is actually like a really good guy. He'll give you a hard time, but he's a good guy, right? And like, there's a meme that shows Heath Ledger's Batman when he's in the prison cell, that he tells Batman after he told him about the two boats.
Yeah.
He says, in people's final moments, you see who they truly are. So this meme, that's the first picture. And in the second picture, you see Green Goblin choking J. Jonah Jameson. He's like, yo, the guy who's taking pictures of me, who is he? Where is he? And J. Jonah Jameson's like, yo, I don't know the guy. He just mails this stuff in. So it's like, in your last moments, you can see who you truly are. J. Jonah Jameson's always been a good guy, but he definitely takes that evil role, and he could switch. Damn, Toe, I am so happy that you did this. You didn't choose a hero. You chose a regular guy to make a podcast about. That is bravo. Bravo. That's really fun.
Yeah.
That'll be some funny ass shit. And he could bring Louise in and you know, just regular old people that have to see all of this shit around them.
And
that's so good.
Tombstone could make a cameo, Kingpin, all these guys that Morbius if we wanted to, you know, there's so many possibilities. See, so I wanted to have the Green Hornet, but I was gonna adapt the Green Hornet to like a social media, like a YouTuber type shit where he's running like the YouTube thing, and it would be similar to that. And I was like, you know what, J. Jonah Jameson's better for the MCU because I can't adopt the Green Hornet into the MCU. It's like, how are you gonna turn around and be a YouTuber but then say I'm the gangster that's here? You know, so
apparently Titania's kind of doing something like that, but we haven't seen enough for her yet.
There's a different hook to the Hornet than Titania, but
no, but so that's why I went with J. Jonah Jameson, and it keeps
so good.
You know, it keeps Spider-Man the possibility, but it moves it away from Spider-Man. Like you'll mention him because he has to mention Spider-Man. But you know, there's all types of menaces out there. The devil of Hell's Kitchen, this Punisher dude.
If he has a sweet spot for any hero, who would it be besides Peter Parker?
Like to hate on?
No, like a sweet spot. Like he'll kind of leave them alone. Don't mention him as much.
It'll have to be the dumbest hero we can think of.
Yeah.
Like Frogman.
Frogman. I was just gonna say Frogman. I was just gonna say Frogman. Maybe he likes She-Hulk. Like, ooh, big green lady. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? That is so funny. The J. Jonah podcast, bro. That's a funny show. Wow. Marvel? Your move. Sign the check.
Hell yeah.
That's really funny, man. It's really fun. You done? I could go or
no, yeah. I'm done.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow. So okay. So me, I followed certain criteria for this. So like there's so many characters to choose from. So I kind of put stipulations on. So like the character could kind of come to me and it just fell into place. So I looked into 3 criterias. Number 1, we're doing a female lead.
Okay.
Yes, let's keep pissing them off. Let's do it. We're doing a female lead. Number 2, I said let's try a villain. And maybe someone who might disguise themselves as good for a bit, but this is a villain, right?
Yeah.
And could done some shit. Now this is gonna give it away. This might give it away. And 3, I want a ninja. Yeah. We had some nice Asian influence with Shang-Chi. We have some Indian with Miss Marvel. I was like, fuck it, let's throw Japan in, right? Let's throw Japan in. So I have chosen, and when looking for all of this, it just popped up. Female villain ninjas. And I ended up with Lady Bullseye.
Okay.
So, yeah. So one thing about, so by the way, that her name is Maki Matsumo. She's Japanese. The reason, so I did mention her. She was just on Hitmonkey.
Yeah.
So it's a smaller Marvel property, but I enjoyed her character. I looked into her character a lot. So I was like, okay, she fits all the criteria. Let's start this show. So one thing that I never knew about Lady Bullseye, which, you know, we have to fit it into everything that's going on now. So Lady Bullseye is obviously a villain to Matt Murdock. We got Matt Murdock. making his return soon, and she actually like portrayed a lawyer to try to get at him. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of lawyer stuff coming out. You know, we have a lot of under the shadows. Like, what is Kingpin doing? Kingpin probably needs all the help possible that he can get. So, obviously, Marvel likes to adapt a lot of different runs and put them all together. Obviously, this is no different here. And one of Lady Bullseye's run, I like to call her Maki. That's her name. In one of her runs, she finds a dead Bullseye with a side through his chest from Daredevil. And, you know, she uses the hand and shit to revive him. So that's another fun aspect about this that Cap spoke about the other day. Let's get a second run at, you know, the hand. Funny thing about the hand, and again, I don't know, I don't have episodes and I don't know how this will intertwine with everything, and I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. But the funny thing about the hand, so during Secret Invasion, when the hand finds out that Elektra is indeed a Skrull, things go nuts within the hand, and the hand starts fighting each other. There was a point where they wanted Matt to run the hand. He declines, and then Lady Bullseye steps in, and she's trying to get Kingpin to join and take over. They kick his ass or whatnot. Daredevil kicks his ass, him and Lady Bullseye, and then Matt just kind of ends up taking over the head of the hand as a whole. So, the one thing about maybe we can, you know, maybe in Daredevil Born Again. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see how all of this could fit in. We have Daredevil Born Again coming out. So this is what I would do. I would change the whole Bullseye thing. What I'm thinking, maybe and again, I'm changing things up. The adamantium placement into Bullseye goes horribly wrong, right? At this point in the MCU, you know, we know that Kingpin is not down, but we all know that he's going to be blinded the next time we see him after the whole run-in with Echoes, if they do follow that run.
Well, spoiler alert. I don't think Tone knew about that.
Sorry, but he is blinded in the comics. It was Echo. She does that. So now he's gonna need people. So he finds Lady Bullseye. Lady Bullseye comes in. She shows up to New York. So one thing about Lady Bullseye, and I am fascinated with Japanese culture. I've said this before. The Yakuza are obviously a gang and they do bad stuff, but I love the Yakuza. So her origin is that she was captured and being, you know, human trafficking or whatnot by the Yakuza, right? She as she's about to get sold, Bullseye, he shows up, saves her. She's like, I want to be just like this guy. No one's ever gonna touch me again. I want to be just like him. So now that Bullseye is down, she feels morally obligated to just kind of come up on the scene. And so whatever, she meets up with the Kingpin, and the Kingpin is all like, hey, look, I need warriors, I need henchmen, but more importantly, I need political figures. I need people that are ready to kick ass for me, but I also need people that can show their face, you know, and hide amongst the crowd. So that's where she comes in. That's where she, you know, doubles as a lawyer, and we get to see her in the courtroom with Matt. So that's the funny thing. She would chase Matt at night in the streets and try to get Matt in the morning in the courts. Like, it's super fun. It's very interesting. But my twist on this show, her being, you know, ninja-esque, I want to have emphasis on silence. You know, let's keep the show dark. Let's keep the show quick. We can hide a lot of death scenes if we do it in stealth, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to like you I mean, yes, obviously there's clashing of swords, but she's very calculated. She doesn't have superpowers, at least known superpowers. She's just super good at martial arts, and she has trained herself, like, her aim. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep the show real dark, real New York, real gritty, kind of like OG Daredevil. And I think it'll fit in. And I've actually turned this show idea into a wild theory where, hey, what if she shows up? We have She-Hulk in the courtroom now. We have Matt coming up in the courtroom. Shit, let's keep the courtroom stuff going. That's why you got me so hype about it earlier, too, because that's what I had in mind, too. Let's keep the courtroom shit going. So there's a new case, right? We have, women disappearing all over New York. Matt's on the case, and he is out doing his Daredevil thing at night, really trying to find what's going on. And then we have Lady Bullseye, who is sympathetic and empathetic to this. Obviously, she went through the same thing. So that's how she gets in her way. She kind of pseudos as the good person who is trying to, unveil this plot. And then we blame it all on Daredevil. So now Daredevil Born Again, not only does he have to, remake his Matt, he also has to remake Daredevil. He's down bad, and we could get into the run where, yes, Danny Rand, yes, we can get into the run where Danny Rand tries to so essentially what I'm saying is that she blames all of this on Daredevil. He's the one doing it. Who else could possibly do this and no one know? Who else out here is doing this? It's him. So they're fighting in the courtroom. They're fighting in the nights. And then Iron Fist comes in. He doubles as a Daredevil to try to get him out of the funk. We could get in some Luke Cage in there. We can bring in the Defenders through this whole thing. We could give Elektra a second shot. You know what I'm saying? we could. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? Within this continuity now, we can give her a second shot, a third shot, really. And I think it'll just be a fun way to kind of make this lady make Lady Bullseye look like she's really good, but no, she's bad. And ultimately, and we've discussed the hand. The hand needs better treatment. Let's really get into the hand. Let's see how that goes. And I think it'll just be culturally fun. I think is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea. And some of the back half of what you said is actually parts of my pitch, one of my pitches. Because great minds. But you want to talk about forced diversity? The Hand in the Netflix show. How you take an organization from Japan and put
Puerto Ricans in there?
Yeah.
People love the Spanish folk, though. But my man was looking hella Spanish. But that's exactly what I'm saying. Let's give them a real run. Let's make them. And obviously, in the show, they had all of their shit, but it just got weird later. But let's keep it a Japanese organization. Let's keep it ninjas. They could, praise the Beast, which is who the Hand ultimately follows. It's like their like deity or whatnot. And at first, I was trying to make this show, and I've almost convinced myself that Lady Bullseye will show up in Born Again. Pie in the sky theory. If it happens, this was before Screen Crush. This was before New Rock Stars. I love you guys, but hey, you're not the only ones making theories out here, okay? So when Lady Bullseye shows up in Daredevil Born Again or Echoes, whatever, y'all heard it here first.
Right.
1 hour and 13 minutes into this podcast.
September 6th.
Yeah.
Said it first. And
I said it first.
Yo, Kaz, we can be the leader of an Asian organization because we eat a lot of Chinese food.
That's what I was gonna say. Everybody fuck with Spanish folk. Yes, you need to be Japanese to get in here. But man, that arroz con pollo that you be throwing down, my dude.
You good?
Get over here. We're gonna put a little MSG in there, but we'll work with you. We'll work with you. Yeah, but a couple more cool things about her when she ends up partnering up with the Kingpin at the end. Bullseye is kind of getting back to his way and stuff. Maybe we can fill her with adamantium somehow, because her pain threshold might be better than his, whatever the case. But I do like the whole, let's bring in some Yakuza to the MCU, man. I'm a big fan. Motherfuckers is gangsters for real. For real. Like, I want to talk about these. No, these guys are dress-up suits with a Uzi under it. There is no handguns. It's a Uzi. It's like they are cool individuals. Like, bro, payment for them is a pinky.
Yeah.
You mess up, it's a pinky. Like,
and you only got 2 pinkies, so you ain't fucking up that many times.
After that, they taking your life. There's no more. They're not interested in any of these, because they still need you to hold the sword. So they're not taking this. You know what I mean?
Word.
So I think it'll be super interesting. And yeah, that is my pitch, Lady Bullseye, for a show. And bro, I'm telling you, I've convinced myself that she's showing up.
But you know something though, that'd be dope, because they're leaning towards women now, and Lady Bullseye is something different.
Yeah. Get some culture in there. Yeah. Get a villain portraying the good guy, which I mean we've seen before, but to what degree, right?
It would be dope.
Right, is worth doing again.
And then it's like, yo, blame it on Matt. Let's see that whole run. I mean, Matt gets put in jail for certain different reasons. I think Matt's been in jail 3 times almost. But let's do something different where all of these women are missing. You know, my man Matt Murdock is always walking with a honey, always around the ladies. It's like, yo, who could possibly make all these women disappear and we don't know anything about it? It's the fucking Daredevil. Yeah. He's the one doing it.
And the best part is, like, let's say you have her name, right? It'll be a different name. The lawyer will be a different name, and it'll be the actress playing Lady Bullseye, but you keep Lady Bullseye's name a secret. So that way it's like you don't know who Lady Bullseye is until the end of the series. And it's like, it was the lawyer this whole time.
It was Agatha the whole time.
Yeah, because, you know, people like to look up the IMDb and like, oh, Wesley Snipes is playing everyone in this movie.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Krills, I am actually excited for Kraven too. I mean, those Sony Marvel movies have their stuff. I still gotta watch Morbius for you, my guy. I'm gonna watch it. But let's see what's up with Kraven. I hope they do it dark. I mean, people misconstrued what he said about him being an animal lover. And he like fixed it. He was like, yeah, listen, y'all, listen. But let's see what Kraven got to offer. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I kind of like.
I like Kraven.
Subconsciously protest all those Sony
movies. I'm doing it, but I want to keep an open mind, okay? And I still haven't watched Morbius. I should inform my own opinion, and I will. I promise, Krills, I got you. Yeah. But like, even if Morbius was a good flick, I would be more excited about Kraven just because Kraven is just a great character. Hopefully they do him justice.
I want to see both Venoms and Morbius for free though. Like, I'm not gonna buy a DVD. I'm not gonna rent it. Like, if once it becomes Amazon Prime, I'll sit down and watch them back to back and see what happens. But
yeah, I haven't seen a Sony Marvel movie since The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You didn't watch the Venoms at all?
Nah.
No, I did not watch Black Goo Man. No.
Venom 1 was very fun. I mean, and Venom 2 got very weird. I do like the relationship between him and Symbiote. I think it's super fun. And I mean, it's Tom Hardy, but those movies are not great.
Once they called him a symbiote, I was like, all right, I'm out. I did the fucking
I think they
SpongeBob on him.
The movie came out.
No, I saw the bootleg. I was watching the bootleg beginning. The symbiotes. I said, all right, I'm up. I'm gonna go watch YouTube. I'm not a part of this shit.
I'm gonna go watch Disney.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck told you that. Nah, sorry, brother. Out.
I think Tom Hardy does a good job with the Venom, and I think their banter is funny. But and Venom 2, I went in open mind. It's like, bro, I don't hate watch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that happens a lot. I try not to hate watch anything, but man, like, and it was like mid movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? And I finished it. Is there a post-credit scene? I don't know, because as soon as the credits roll,
the post-credit scene is he gets pulled into Spider-Man No Way Home.
So I saw that before even watching the movie. Maybe that was a mistake.
No, because then you didn't have to stay. So
Yeah. But yeah. Let's see what's up with Craven, bro. Craven's a good character. I would say Craven is a better character than Morbius. So I personally believe that. So let's see. I was expecting Morbius. If Morbius would have been in the MCU and it could have somehow led to Blade, that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. When they first announced the Morbius movie, at first we didn't know if it was Sony or Disney. Once they confirmed Sony, I was like, okay, I'll stop. I honestly thought we were gonna get the reveal of Blade through Spider-Man, which would have been kind of cool. That's kind of how we saw Blade the first time in the cartoons. But then again, that Spider-Man, he introduced a lot of people. Like he went to see the X-Men. Punisher used to come by all the time. What's up, Hassan?
Yeah, that's true. I kind of want to see what they're doing now, but it's taking so fucking long. It's like, fuck, man.
I want to see some Blade. I need to see any type of Blade. I need to see something in any capacity of Blade. Maybe we'll see that in a D23, which is September 9th to 11th, y'all. If y'all didn't know, tune in. Apparently, there's going to be X-Men stuff. And we don't know, but we'll see. But
hey,
Sony, man, just sell it all to Disney. Just sell it all, man.
Yeah, or make a deal where they make the movies and you're a producer on the fucking back end or some shit.
Because what they did with No Way Home.
Yeah,
just keep doing that. You don't even have to make the movie, Sony. You just reap the benefits. At this point, it's ego. So we could still make a good Marvel movie. Nah, bro, just let them do it. Did you see what happened with No Way Home? Now look, and I know there's a lot of people that say, okay, well, No Way Home wouldn't have been as amazing as it was without those other two Spider-Man. Fair. I'm not gonna sit here and argue that. That is a fair point. Homecoming was good. Far From Home was good. And, No Way Home would have been good, maybe great, but these guys just elevated it. Clearly that formula works. Just let Disney do it. Just let them do it. Let's make a lizard movie. Let Disney do it.
Because it kind of makes no sense. You got a Venom movie running around the city. Where the fuck is Spider-Man?
We just future past the MCU. You know what I'm saying? We said, fuck all continuity. We're making shit over here. You're making shit over there. Like, are we gonna get to see Spider-Gwen? Answer questions for me, please.
Our universe has a Spider-Man. He just doesn't work on Tuesdays. Like, what the fuck?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Come on, Sony, do the right thing, bro.
Yeah, and stop getting Jared Leto to do shit. Apparently, he can't do shit.
He was great in
Dallas Buyers Club. He's an Oscar
Blade
winner.
Runner. Yeah, he was great. It was Blade Runner. I actually saw what is it called? The Outsider, that he's in the Yakuza. Good flick. Yeah.
I heard opposite of that one.
It was a Netflix watch at the crib.
So
it's situationally a good movie.
Yeah, that factors in.
That's
I'm at home chilling.
I'm at home chilling. I had ordered it's so okay. This was in between me, Maddie 1207. We do need a Spider-Gwen. I think I know who that is. Yes, Maddie, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. We do need a Spider-Gwen immediately. ASAP.
Word.
Yes. But I was in between jobs. I had gotten a new job. I left the old job and had 2 weeks to just chill. I did the finances. I crunched the numbers. I could do these 2 weeks, and I watched the whole MCU leading up to Infinity War, or was it Endgame? I'm not sure. I think it was Endgame, leading up to Endgame. And then in between all of that, I'm like, man, I got to watch something that's not MCU. The Outsider. It was a home watch. I had a box of pizza on my bed. I was a real sloth. I think you could have shown me anything at that point. It would have been all right. Yeah.
No, I get it. Yo, we went to go watch the Dragon Ball superhero movie, and the only not the only reason I enjoyed it, but one of the reasons I was like, this is pretty good, is because it was a $3 movie ticket.
Yeah.
There's always movies are better on $5 Tuesdays.
No word.
I saw Tropic Thunder in that same theater you guys are always talking about in the Bronx, $5 Tuesday, and that movie elevated. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even if I would have paid full price for that movie, still a great movie. But
yeah,
the fact that it's $5,
it's better. It's better. Nah, I ain't even gonna lie. It's fucking better. Shit. But all right, Cap. The anticipation is rising.
So,
Cab's hands is sweating.
Look at my headphone hair.
Yeah. I got two for one. So should I do both? Should I do one?
Do both. Fuck it.
Do both, please.
So we're gonna
before you do both.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
There you go.
He's there. He's there.
We're gonna start with this first one. Here's the funny thing, because this first one I have is also a female character. It's also someone who's started out good but then could be bad. And at first I was like, oh, is he really picking the same shit I picked? No. I picked Songbird.
Okay.
Anybody who doesn't know, Songbird is a part of the Thunderbolts. She's the only consistent member of the Thunderbolts. And if we're tying this into the MCU, the Thunderbolts movie is going to take over, or not take over, it's going to be the last movie in Phase 5. So, this show is, it's the first show set explicitly in the Thunderbolts part of the MCU right now. And it's Melissa Gold, that's her name. She's a woman who grew up with a hard life. Her mom and dad are both drug addicts and criminals and a whole bunch of shit. She runs away from home, and she runs into this dude who's a criminal, low-level criminal. They fall in love. They're in a relationship. He introduces her to the Tinkerer. Same dude from Spider-Man Far From Home. The Tinkerer gives her the device that gives her her sonic scream. So her original power set is like Black Canary. She has a sonic scream that she does, right? So she uses that. They do low-level crimes. You know, they run around. Damage Control actually captures her. And instead of... This is where my MCU is not going to be woke, as they call it, or this show. Because instead of her pointing the blame or whatever, she accepts the fact that she fucked up. She takes accountability. She goes to jail. No big deal. As she's doing her time, Val shows up.
Of course.
Fucking Val
takes her out. And for anybody who's not been paying attention, that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's the one collecting all the Thunderbolts, like they're fucking Pokemon. She comes by. She takes her out. She gives her upgrade to now where she has full sonic fucking power. It's Sonic Blast, Sonic. I think she has wings at some point. She's a whole bunch of shit she could do now.
It's like a cape.
Yeah. And the whole series is essentially Songbird learning to be a hero, because we know where the Thunderbolts are going, but she doesn't. So she's under the assumption that she's actually doing good in this world. She's going to run into U.S. Agent. She's going to run into Yelova. She's going to run into Tim Roth's Abomination, all the other members, except Baron Zemo, because Baron Zemo was waiting for the movie. But the whole thing is just, from her point of view, her learning that, okay, maybe this new path is a righteous one. And then the movie can come out and they figure out, oh shit, no, they're not righteous, but she could still do good anyway. Like, essentially the Thunderbolts are the team of the means justify the ends.
Suicide
As long as
Squad.
the ends are good, it don't matter how we got there.
Yep.
So that's the first show I had, and I had to keep it short because I started with my other show, and that one I was taking too long.
Oh, like this one is about to get into production.
Yeah. Are you breaking up, Cap?
Well, let's
Disney
see.
Plus is like, we cannot let this man get on the
They
air.
watching right now, son.
Yeah,
they
man.
watching.
They-
Watch
they-
and learn, kids.
It's like the Forrest Gump part where he's talking about Vietnam and the general's fucking
And it's
pulling all the wires.
like-
Get the fuck out of here. Put it back in. And that's all I gotta say about that.
So
Thank you very much.
so
Yeah.
am I on? Am I good?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yo, I literally have this thing. I have this thing covering my screen, so I can't see you guys right now.
It's fine.
So this next Disney Plus show is 6 episodes, 1 hour long each episode, and the episode is split into 2 different arcs. And the show is Heroes for Hire. Luke Cage and Danny Rand's Iron Fist. And
Me and Cap
here's
are the same
synopsis
person.
I
I don't
have.
know if you noticed. We're the same person. I don't know if you noticed. We think alike.
Yep.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed now.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear the last part of my thing here. So again, like I said, I can't see reactions of what you guys reacted to, but I'm gonna go into it. This is the synapse for the first episode. So, first episode cuts in on Luke Cage being transferred into a tank. At the same time, we have a split screen of Danny Rand in Central Park. All right. So Danny Rand's in Central Park, and his fist starts to light up. We see Luke Cage. Right, there's a warden or some dude who's sitting there staring at Luke Cage, be like, "Yo, start the tank." And you see Luke start twitching in tremendous pain. At the same time, we hear somebody say, "Shit, I'm lost in my own shit. I got so many notes."
And in the background, you say, what these bitches want from a nigga.
Sir, we have an hour. We have an hour and a half. Go for it.
Yeah.
So we see Luke Cage be put in a tank. They start the machine. At the same time, we see Danny Rand with his fist lighting up, walking towards a man who appears to be sitting on a bench. As Danny Rand is getting closer to the dude on the bench, and Luke is convulsing in this tank, you hear somebody turn around and go, "All right, it's done. Get him out." And they start releasing Luke from the tank. Right at that moment, Danny Rand is about to strike the dude who's sitting on the bench. At the exact moment for both people, the dude who's sitting on the bench, the little girl who's next to him, and the young woman who's in front of him, along with everybody who's watching Luke right now, turn into dust. They get blipped out. We find Danny Rand finds out that the dude wasn't sitting on the bench; he was sitting in a wheelchair.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
this is Waylon. This is the dude who killed his parents.
Yes.
So seeing that, Danny Rand actually has like a crisis of conscience because he sees the wheelchair and he hears people around him crying because people are just turning into dust and leaving. So he leaves and he just runs. Cage wakes up, sees that there's nobody around him, and actually is able to escape the jail. We have a little bit of a time jump, and then Luke Cage winds up in New York, and he's living on the streets.
I'll be back.
And he sees 2 men in an alley. Right? There's a young woman who's crying, and there's 2 men in the alley. One of them is trying to talk the other guy out of mugging this woman. So Luke walks up to them and he's seeing all this shit. He sees the mugger and just hammers the dude.
Oof.
Throws him down the alley. Danny's like, yo, I had this situation. What the hell are you doing? The woman is like, thank you to Luke. Thank you to Luke. Hands him some money, takes off. Luke's like, huh, this is nice. Danny, thinking that Luke is nefarious, tries to fight him. They get into a little fist fight like in They Live.
Yeah.
Where it's essentially a draw.
Yeah.
And then Luke comes up with the idea. He's like, yo, why are you fighting me? Did you not just see I saved her and she gave me money? And Danny's like, huh. So we could be like we can get paid for doing this, is what you're saying. And Luke's like, sweet Christmas, yes.
Yes. Gotta throw in the sweet Christmas.
So as they they build up a friendship. We find out that Luke was falsely imprisoned and that he had this experiment done to him, as per usual for his background. We also find out, so when Luke looks at Danny, he's like, hey, what's with the glowing fist? Danny tells him about Kung Lao and the Iron Fist and all that. So Luke is like, oh shit, you the Iron Fist? The some sort of defender? And Danny goes, no, I'm not the defender. I stole the Iron Fist and was going to use it to kill the man who killed my parents. I am not a defender of Kung Lao. I am not a hero. I have this because I stole it. So that takes care of like the whole white savior shit.
Yes.
You want to make that dude white.
Yes.
So these guys are walking around, and they see a car that's about to be jacked. So they stop the carjacking, and again, the person in the car, who we don't see, hands them money. This time, a lot of money, not a few bucks, like a few $100. And they're like, shit, all right. Danny Rand reveals that he has a little bit of money on his own, but he was so racked with guilt that he just lived on the street. So they set up a shop. They put up the sign, Heroes for Hire.
Yes.
And this figure,
yes,
who we don't see, in the end credit, walks up to them, puts a stack of money on the table. And when Luke looks up and is like, oh, you got a job for us?
Who is it?
All we hear is the guy say, what are your thoughts about taking on the devil? And then we cut to episode 2. So episode 2, they were, Danny has been tracking down who the supposed devil is. And they find Daredevil.
You can call the episode Devil in Red Leather.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when they find Daredevil, this is, of course, still during the blip. He's more brutal than he's ever been, and he literally beats the shit out of both of them.
So this is set the 5 years in the blip. This is where this is happening, right?
Yep. The first 3 episodes, 5 years in the blip.
You know how to get me going, Cap. You know all I want is blip stuff. You know how to get me going, bro. Shit.
Yeah. So after they get the shit kicked out of them, they rethink their approach. Danny Rand tracks down Daredevil. Sees he sees the anger in him, and he also sees what he's doing, and he realizes that this guy might not be the bad guy they were told about. He has an anger in him similar to what Danny has. So he tries to talk to him, and in talking to him, they realize that they're on the same side. So then they start looking into the person that hired them. and they find that the name of the person who hired them,
Oh man.
Tombstone.
Oh, what you said earlier, Ty.
Yep.
Uh,
J.
so,
Jonah Jameson.
what do you call it? So, at the end of the episode, the end credit, we find out it's Tombstone, and it goes into episode 3. And like I said, I started writing a whole bunch of shit for this.
No,
So
keep going,
episode 3
please.
Episode 3, they team up with Daredevil. Well, the next bit is a bunch shorter because I didn't want to write the entire series, but they team up with Daredevil to fight Tombstone. There's a big showdown. They find out that Tombstone actually isn't the person. So Tombstone was the one who brought the money and said to go after the Daredevil, but Tombstone wasn't the one who really wanted the Daredevil gone. Wilson Fisk was the guy who sent Tombstone.
Of course.
Right? So they beat the shit out of Tombstone. They stop him. They're like, all right, we got to team up to go after Kingpin. Kingpin at this time, there's a whole massive. See, this is gonna be a little bit weird. No, this is what I remember now what I had because I put a note here for that. So it's to them, it's someone called Kingpin. They don't know it's Wilson Fisk. Like we know, but they don't know it's Wilson Fisk. So they go to start looking into him. And at the end of the 3rd episode, they're standing in the middle of the street and people start coming back from the blip.
Oh shit. So we jump. Oh man.
Yeah. So then the next 3 episodes take place, what do you call it, after everybody comes back. So it's closer to our timeline. The Kingpin has made a name for himself, but it's so far proven to be untouchable. Then the Kingpin suddenly disappeared because Echo shot him in the face. So that's how that ties in to Hawkeye and all that. So as the hero for hires are looking for something to do, with Karen Page coming back, Foggy coming back from the blip, Karen Page, there's a with Daredevil actually teaming up, and I don't even know teaming up, but going against She-Hulk in the She-Hulk show. There's a little incident that happened with Karen Page, where Karen Page gets accused of stealing vital information from She-Hulk's law offices. So they actually try to put her on trial. And She-Hulk is there as going, the lawyer against her.
Give me the lawyer stuff.
Her lawyer.
Give me the lawyer stuff.
Yeah, Matt's got to be her lawyer. Matt knows that they're going to look into everything about Karen Page and him. So he goes up to Heroes for Hire, Cage and Rand, puts money down, hires Cage to protect Karen, and hires Danny to be Daredevil. So that Matt can just take care of the lawyer shit and Daredevil's still running around and it won't bring suspicion on him.
That's how you get all crimes towards the Daredevil thwarted. Like, look, he's clearly out there. It's not me. Bro, Matt Murdock has a whole run where he's just trying to convince the people that he is not Daredevil. It's great.
Yo, that's why when you said your shit about Danny putting on the suit, I was like, oh, I said the same thing.
I'm trying to tell everybody, me and Cap, same person. You heard it here first.
And I helped.
Yes.
So then, essentially, the last remaining episodes is the Heroes for Hire dealing with everything. So the first 2 episodes is the whole Karen Page thing. Danny Rand running around as Daredevil. Luke protecting her from. So you would think that there'd be nothing to protect about, but it come to learn that She-Hulk doesn't know this. She didn't find this out. but the guy who's in charge of, I think, what is it, GSK and H or GSH and K or something like that?
Yeah. The law firm where she's working
Yeah.
at.
He, this whole time, he has been secretly having on retainer certain enhanced individuals and power people that he has to go deal with the dirty business that he doesn't want his company associated with. And they're mostly good, but they do some shady shit in the background. So they got to stop like the Matador. They got to stop Hammerhead.
Lady
They
Bullseye.
They got to stop all these guys. And the end credit for the whole series.
This guy gave end credits, so we slacking.
Yeah.
Yo, for real. I'm
mean,
telling you, this motherfucker's ready to go into production.
Yeah.
The end credits for the whole series.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Wong showing up and essentially saying, this is all hands on deck. And that leads into the Kang Dynasty thing and the Secret Wars. And that's how you bring them into that part of the MCU.
Jesus Christ. Mama had post-credit scenes. Mama had episodes laid out. He had things happening. Like we had a whole 9 episodes there. 6.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I love the idea. You know me. Say it every freaking time. Give me blip stuff. Can you imagine a situation? It could be Elseworld, whatever if you want. But yes, obviously you could tie it into the MCU. But can you imagine 5 years in the blip where it's just the heroes for hire handling shit?
Yo.
Do we bring Jessica Jones in? Just for the culture? Do we bring her in?
Well, I didn't have Jessica Jones in this because, like I said, if you look at what I had the layout for episode 1, part of episode 2, and then I was like, this is getting too long. So I short ran through the rest of it. I could have probably fit Jessica Jones in there. You know, there's a whole bunch of shit that I could have done had given.
No lie.
She could have found out who Kingpin was.
She is the detective. She's the private eye. It's funny because there
you go.
Yeah.
You want her in? I just said that what's his name has a whole bunch of shady shit people on his call list. Every time we find out in this series, every time GSK and H or whatever the fuck their law firm is has to dig up dirt for one of their lawyers to either defend or go against a thing, we find out here that it has been Jessica Jones who they hire to go get the dirt. And that's how you tie her into both She-Hulk, because they're both friends, and Heroes for Hire, because her and Luke Cage are married and they have a kid in the comics and blah, blah, blah.
Which a lot of people are speculating we might see Jessica Jones in the series.
They asked the director, either the director or the producer of She-Hulk. They were like, not saying it will or won't happen, but if there's a cameo that you look at or a character that you look at and you're like, oh, I wish I could play with this person, who would it be? She said Jessica Jones.
Stop playing with us. Damn, I love how our shows, they mesh. Like, we can legit have everything. Like, my show, your show, we can literally have it going on at the same time. Like, fuck it, we'll do it. I like the blip idea. That's so
I did
cool.
The blip idea because how do you get Luke out of jail? Yeah. Well, if everybody's blipped, he can just walk out.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get Danny Rand to not kill the guy? So the main thing with the guy being in the wheelchair, I mean, that's part of his origin, but him blipping is for Danny to come to terms with he was about to take a man's life who was in a wheelchair. He's gone. Everybody around is there, and that's what leads him down his path of enlightenment.
Because clearly this is more important.
He's not already enlightened from Kung Long.
Yeah.
He comes angry as shit, and then he becomes enlightened.
And that makes more sense than him going up to him and seeing that he lost his legs on that day. Going, all right, you already suffered your punishment for what you did. because no one's gonna give a shit that wolves ate your legs on the same day you killed my fucking parents. Sucks to be you, Judy Chop.
Judy Chop.
And on top of that, like I said, people come back from the blip. We could still have it run where they have their when Danny's centered and all that shit, he has his confrontation with Waylon.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, bro, just get out of here. And then
That's
have Luke Cage.
That's where we could bring in the line.
Roll out, son.
No, we could bring in the whole "you've suffered enough."
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been blipped for 5 years. More than enough suffering.
And another little suffering tip. Someone from his family, maybe his daughter, maybe his son that we don't know about, was killed by Ronin. During the blip. That dude.
Every time, my bad. I went to the Destroyer. You told the sorry, I went to the Guardians.
I thought you were talking about Ronin killed somebody in Danny's family. I was like, why the fuck?
No, but I'm saying, like, think about it, like he gets blipped, he comes back. It's 5 years later. He lost his legs. He's suffering with that. The only piece he had was killed by Ronin when he wasn't able to protect him. So now he's even more fucked up.
And Ronin was wilding during the blip. Clearly, he was just taking on any case that you gave him. You know what I'm saying? My man was just everywhere killing people. Hey, maybe we have some blip, some Ronin blip shit going on in Japan where he kind of bumps into a Lady Bullseye. All of our shows, you see what happens when you keep Marvel ground level. It just writes itself.
And also, you can hear on the radio J. Jonah Jameson's getting his start.
That's what I'm saying.
He's getting his start. You know, it's small, and he's like, yo, there's a masked guy going around killing people with a samurai sword.
Yo,
Great White Buffalo.
We can even have one scene where they're in their office. Jonah's on the radio. He's like, did you see that? There's a man with his hand lighting up, running around. He's a menace.
Yeah.
And Luke could be like, hey, look at that. According to this guy, you're a menace. I should kick you out of my shop.
Yeah. There's so much you could do.
Or someone turns around and goes, the white guy that you two is the menace?
Yeah.
You know, it's the black guy.
Yeah. And that's something J. Jonah would do.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to put in this one joke. Yeah, speaking of the menace and all that, where Danny and because in Harlem they're like local celebrities. Everybody knows the Heroes for Hire. But when they first start, like Luke makes a bigger name, obviously, because he's more connected to that community. But they're walking down the street, and Danny's hand starts to glow, and people are crossing the street, walking around.
And they're scared of him.
Yeah, and Danny has that look like, this is weird. And Luke goes, nah, man, this ain't weird. In this neighborhood, you're the nuisance.
Yeah. We in Harlem, baby. You the one that looking unfamiliar right now.
Word.
Like, you just have people looking at him like, oh my God, like, you know, women clutching their purse and shit. That would be a great moment. That would be so fun. Kind of like what happened with Bucky and Falcon, where they like, oh, so does this man bother you? Bucky's like, do you know what this is? Like, calm the fuck down. That's so good. Good job. It's funny how we made 3 different shows, but they all somehow link. Because J. Jonah Jameson could be narrating every show we spoke about today. J. Jonah could have been. Man, it's so fun that you picked J. Jonah. So funny, man.
He can even come up and start the theory about the Thunderbolts, this team of people who are being put together by some think tank.
Because you know what it is like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about other superheroes. I even was watching lists of underrated superheroes and this and the third, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to start a Nova show, be out of space. You can't really connect with nobody. It's just supposed to connect into the MCU somehow. I'm like, Spider-Man's already there, you know, and I'm thinking like New York, and I'm sitting like, what's one thing that can connect everyone without actually being a J. Jonah Jameson? That's why I started with Green Hornet, because it's like Green Hornet runs the newspaper, and if he was a social media or a YouTuber that was giving out news on the YouTube, he can do the same thing where he can tell his brand of news and, you know, it connects everybody, but he's also the one that's keeping like the red suit, the tracksuit mafia in check. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I'm like, all right, this is going to be a little stretch because how is the Green Hornet going to fight Kingpin where Green Hornet doesn't really have powers? You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, then I was like, hold on, wait. What if we had a bad guy that was making all the superheroes bad guys? J. Jonah Jameson is perfect for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows the eyes of him, and it also can be one of those. Take a look at the other side of this. Like, yeah, Spider-Man saved the lady from getting mugged, but now Homeboy's entire bodega is burnt down.
Which is what happens.
You know, yeah, like at one point it's like, yo, I understand that this guy is saving people, but half this fucking neighborhood is destroyed. He could have just grabbed the lady and pulled her out of the way of the car. I don't know why he needed to flip the car over to the next block. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it could have just been one of those things. Like, and then he catches like, no, maybe these guys are fucking irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? Because
Go ahead.
Somebody has to watch the watchers.
Do we have any superheroes that keep it clean? Like don't break a million things and, you know, don't cause the city so much fucking.
Howard the Duck.
There you go. That guy's just gonna kill you with his mouth. Just quips after quips after quips.
Cap, it's amazing how we both were like, yo, let's keep the female superheroes going. But, yo, my show has nothing to do with female empowerment. She's a female character who shit happens. It's just a character who's dealing with some shit. It's got nothing to do with nothing.
You know, that's my favorite type of character. You're just somebody who is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not throwing shit in our face. You're not doing it. It's like you're just someone who is this person. You know, like
that's why that movie Falling Down is so good.
Yeah.
She's just a guy who lost it.
Yo, that would have been me today, bro. On the way to work.
Please.
On the way to work. Cap was gonna be worse than me.
Yo, because the thing is, the GPS was like, here's the quickest route. You're going to be there in a half hour. Then we looked it up, and if we went our normal way, it was going to be an hour and 9 minutes. We're stuck in traffic.
What GPS are you using?
My iPhone.
Okay.
All right. So it's going to be an hour and 9 minutes if we went the normal way. Half hour if we go this way. We went that way, and it still took us an hour and something minutes to fucking get there. What was the fucking point of this being the best way to go?
And then to top it off, everybody doesn't know how to fucking drive.
Yeah.
So they're like in both lanes trying to get in they cut you off to go halfway in the lane. Mm-hmm. And we're like, yo, fucking go, bro. And yo, it got to the point where I was like, yo, fuck you. I was this close to doing a police fucking maneuver on this dude and pitting this fucking guy into the wall, son. I was like, yo, fuck this car. Hitting his back tire, spinning his ass out, and just fucking, you're coming with me now.
You just look at Cap like, yo, Cap, I'm just over it, man. Just
dead or alive.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
I want that. Out of all the things you've done, I want that one. I am deep voice. I need that.
Yo, Cap, I was worse than him. I started turning songs. I started using songs to describe how I would telekinetically flip cars and shit.
Tell me some of these songs.
I forgot what the fuck we were listening to. But
Can I tell you? I love my iPhone, but the maps are atrocious. I use Waze. Waze gives you different routes, and Waze does a lot of cool shit where they like use like funny celebrity voices. For a while, your Waze voice was Kevin Conroy, Batman.
Oh.
Yeah. And as of late, they're doing Master Chief Halo. I got in to an Uber the other day, and the driver was using Waze, and I heard at this point, make a left, and I was like, whatever. So I'm in the Uber with somebody, I'm talking or whatever, and I keep hearing this voice, and I'm like, Like, yo, is that Master Chief? And dude turns around and he's like, yeah, it is Master Chief. Because like, there's nothing better when someone gets your nerd reference. Like, you can get a sports reference, you get a TV a nerd reference is special when you get that one, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, yeah. So I like to use Waze. Waze gives me a bunch of routes. They tell me where the traffic is. Like, you know what has really good GPS system? I know how people feel about it, but the maps on Android phones,
Google
very,
Maps,
very good. It's Google, very good maps.
I have Google Maps on my shit.
iPhone has the Google Maps as well, but they have a regular one, and then you could use Google Maps because they have their own, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then you can use Google. I don't know how it works, but I've always noticed that Waze just gets me there the easiest and the quickest.
Yeah. I know.
Right.
I know
How do you get the celebrity? My bad.
No,
how do you get the celebrity?
It's just they do it randomly every couple months. There's just a celebrity or anything telling you who. Let me see who's Wade's newest voice. Go ahead, Cap.
I was gonna say I know it's pie in the sky theory, but if it's Master Chief, how cool would it be if you're hitting traffic and he's just like, Cortana says the traffic up ahead. Take
yeah. I don't know who they're doing now, but I remember Kevin Conroy, and now it's Master Chief. That shit is dope. I like little bullshit like that. I'll be in the whip just to fucking hear Master Chief say shit. Yeah, get Waze, man. Waze is really good. Like
I just downloaded it.
Here in Miami, bro. Like getting around is difficult. Like, you know, I've been here for like 12 years already, and you know I know how to drive and I've driven around, but it's the last 3 years where I actually have my vehicle and I'm actually moving around. It's tough to get around here, bro. Fuck. It's Miami's on like a diagonal, and there's a bunch of like neighborhoods and water in between everything. So like I said, if you're here and you want to go here, you got to go all the way around and then come here. So it's very difficult. Shit. Waze will save your life, man. Plus, there's always a cool character just talking. You're going to get the regular voice. You're going to be like, fucking cabs is full of shit. But I know there's a setting in there you can like change it and stuff. Pretty cool.
Yo.
But
you know what I would do if I was Waves? I would have Mario, Super Mario, where if you, what do you call it? Because I'm assuming they know the traffic lights.
Yes.
If you pass a green light, you hear woohoo.
Yes.
You pass the second one, woohoo. A third one, the song comes on because you ate a star, and now you dun 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 dun.
How good would that be, bro? How good would that be? I think you could Google it, like next voice for Waze. Hold on, let me see. Waze voices in the past. Look, from Jeremy Clarkson to Arnold Schwarzenegger to Morgan Freeman. I remember Morgan Freeman had the voice. Waze is now home to a host of well-known talkers.
Can you imagine sitting in your car and like, oh, you got to turn left now.
You make a left now. Yes.
Now.
I didn't have Waze when Arnold was talking. That shit would have been. Look at Toe. He's like, how do I get the voices?
I'm adding my profile picture.
Oh. How do I get the voices?
It told me to sign it. Yeah, how do you get the voices?
There is a tutorial to do so. Look it up. There is a tutorial. Yes.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not sponsored.
But if you want to,
I think there's a speaker icon somewhere that you can choose. Let me see. Sorry, this is compelling podcast shit right now.
So while they're looking that up, I'll pose this question to the chat. Whoever's in here, man, put in the chat. Who would you guys like to see with a Disney Plus show or movie? Let's get your guys' opinions on some of this shit.
Yeah. I want to see who else, and not only that, who else would we want to see too? Like, obviously,
Dude, I tried to look up a whole bunch of females, and all of them were X-Men. And I was like, I could do shit with them, but I was like, they're all X-Men.
I kind of, you know what's funny you say that, Cap? I wanted to stay away from X-Men too, and I was thinking my favorite female ninja from all of Marvel, Psylocke. I was thinking of her, but we already did see her in. I mean, obviously, most of those people we've seen them already, but I don't know. It was just I wanted to. So so that's what I'm saying. That's how my process started, right? Because I had so many people coming. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Let it come to me. I'm gonna look for some certain things. That's when I said female. That's when I said villain. That's when I said ninja. And there's a few evil ninja masters in all of Marvel, but I landed there and I was happy.
I landed on, after looking up the X-Men lady, I landed on Songbird. I was like, oh, Thunderbolts. Perfect. Because Thunderbolts got to tie it. Yep. We could bring in Val. We could bring in USA. We could tie into the movies.
So I'm in the settings for the voice directions. I got Christina Aguilera, Paw Patrol, Master Chief, Boy George, a cat, a dog, Terminator, boy band, Nathan, 80s acrobatic instructor.
You don't see Kevin Conroy no more. They probably took him off. He's there. Should be Batman.
How the fuck do you have a dog? It just arf.
I think it's more like a Scooby thing, which is yeah.
I wish I could do voices, man.
Make a ref.
One thing I can't do. I can't. Like Zoink Scoobs. That's the best I get.
A Duffman spinoff.
Hey,
Spanish
Disney owns them now. Yeah. Disney owns that shit now. Yo, what's the other one? Up and at them. Adam Man?
There's a bunch of shit now. And I think we're gonna see some cool stuff in D23. I think we're gonna see some new characters that we haven't heard about.
So here's a question while Chet's doing a thing. Which guys from DC would you have put if we all went DC to bring into the Marvel universe?
So I mean, what's funny? Who else? She was what's her face, man? She was in it kind of fits in with my theme from Marvel, but
Lay's favorite?
Oh no. The girl. She's from the Justice League. What's her name? God damn it. Katana.
Oh, Katana. This is Katana. Her sword takes the souls of her victims.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of fits in with the same thing that I kind of wanted to do, right? But I mean, obviously, Death Strike for Leigh.
I was gonna say Cassandra Cain,
which is that's one of this guy's love interests. I mean, she not love interest, but she's badass, and she does come up. We don't talk about her enough.
Late brings her up.
That brings her up a lot. You're right. Sorry.
Which one is that? That's the one that's the best fighter in the world?
Yeah, the best fighter in DC.
I would do, what's his name, Wildcat?
Okay.
The underground fighting and shit like that? Or
he's the guy who trains most of the people who train Black Canary, former MMA fighter.
Yeah, either that or a Lantern Corps show.
I had to bring him up because he's probably the best fit, since in DC we could actually change his origin, Booster Gold, and we can make him from Chronopolis, from the city in the quantum realm that Kang has, and that's how he has all the knowledge of what's going on in our timeline. And because he's from Chronopolis and not like a regular city, he can be that awkward fucking idiot guy. Kind of like, you ever see that movie with what the fuck's his name? With Brendan Fraser, where his family kept him in the bunker because they thought nuclear war was happening, and then they let him out like fucking 20 years later, and he had to adjust to our time, but he was still living back in the 50s.
There's so much Brendan Fraser movies I've missed.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about.
I'm about to look it up right now because it could be like that type of thing where
Because he
Booster
was
Gold
also
has a certain reference that we don't have because he's not from our.
And Pro asks, are we gonna get a movie about Logan's offspring? Like, I enjoyed her as a character very much.
Yo, there's like another new female clone of Wolverine who's better than everybody right now. She's what they claim the best Wolverine.
Let's get an Old Man Logan story where he's just murdering all Hulks. Yeah, that's a good run. My man's just. Hey, I wanted to ask you a question, Cap. Like, what did you in She-Hulk? What did you think about the Wrecking Crew?
I kind of brought it up a little bit.
Yeah, you did. That's why I wanted to come back to it. They had like all the Asgardian weapons, and they were being dorks, of course. But like, what'd you think? A lot, like
Blast from the Past. There you go. Sorry, I had to get that movie out there.
There's a lot of Brendan Fraser movies I just don't remember, bro. I feel bad.
So the Wrecking Crew.
Yo, he did a lot.
He did.
The Wrecking Crew.
91.
For what they did in the show, works. And I know in the comics, the Wrecking Crew is just their punching bags for strong boys. But it's like a bunch of idiots.
They're dumb.
No, but see, here's the thing.
Were they playing dumb, though?
They were construction workers who then got powers with the shit they had. They weren't idiots who found Asgardian construction weapons and then came like that's a little that's veering on the line of too cute.
Is right there. You're
Like,
at the peak of too cute. You're at the borderline.
Where the fuck did you find an Asgardian enchanted crowbar, bro?
Yeah.
Like, why would they need to enchant a crowbar?
True.
The ball and chain was cool.
Yeah, I mean a ball and chain, whatever. But
it's like normal,
like a mace.
Yeah, like you got Asgardian upgraded construction gear.
And another thing is that when they get upgraded, they actually get upgraded so that they can take a beating from the Hulk and the Thing and all the fucking big dudes. These are just dipshit guys.
Yeah.
Who showed up. She-Hulk should have actually. I know they will never do this because Lord forbid you actually, do something fucking interesting in any project, not just Marvel. But She-Hulk could have accidentally killed one of these people by throwing him around. They're just.
I thought she did kill that last guy when she threw him on his neck. I thought she did kill him.
That's a Batman death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, that's a Batman death for sure. That's the box to the face in the warehouse with the splatter of blood in the back. Like that person's dead, okay?
Yeah. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm willing to concede that. So I've watched interviews and all that with the writers and everything. So I know that they specifically had the not mandate's the wrong word, but they had the idea that if any character outside of She-Hulk comes in, that this is going to be a light-hearted version of that character.
It's campy. It's 100% campy.
So I resigned myself to that. All I'm saying is, if we're going to have the Wrecking Crew in here, make them a threat.
Well, they could. This could be the first time they do it. They go back and the leader's like, yo,
y'all need more
you
juice.
didn't get the job. Yeah, it's like, you didn't get the job done. I gave you the weapons. Well, I'm going to have to upgrade you guys now.
Yeah, this could be what Cap is talking about. That would be fun. But
now
I mean,
you got Tokar and Razor running around.
Do they have the time? By the way, now that you mentioned Tokar and Razor, the evil turd that'll talk about Slash. I can't believe I forgot that. Which because you know what you think of evil turtle, you think of Razor.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I got attacked by a fucking fly that was looked like a Ninja Turtle.
I've seen those. Those are Bronx flies. That's Jeff Goldblum fly right there.
This shit.
What in the? That's a fly.
Yo, dude, that
you're
shit
supposed to
was
kill
about
those.
2. That shit was about 2 inches fucking big. And yo, in the back, I'm like, yo, I'm sitting at my desk. I'm like, yo, why the fuck is my head itch? And I feel this fucking thing. I'm like, what the fuck? It flew on my coworker's computer. I sprayed that shit with Lysol and smashed the shit out of it. Like if I was the Hulk.
Nice,
Bro. And the whole day, the back of my head was fucking.
you're never gonna stop feeling that.
Yo, and my boss looked at my head. She's like, you ain't got no marks or none of that shit. But
Yo, so
I killed the shit out of it.
you're literally supposed to kill those things. They're an invasive species. They're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to kill them if you see them.
Whoa, what the fuck is that thing called?
The leopard skin.
It's a leopard moth or some shit like
Is
that.
it dangerous? Because of that shit like harmed
It's
you?
only
Well,
dangerous. It's only dangerous to
the
crops.
environment.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that's why you kill them.
Yeah, it's a spotted lantern fly.
Fucking checking
'Cause
my.
we looked it up. It's not harmful to humans or pets. Cause I swear to God, I felt like I got bit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Frink. Like it literally felt like there was a fucking piece of metal on my head. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
And that's the thing. Fucking insects could just land on you, and you'd have no idea, and they'll fly off, and you'd have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
So, as we were talking about the Wrecking Crew, this is Thunderball. This is what he looks like in the comics. This is who he is in She-Hulk.
Well, maybe when they upgrade him, they'll turn him black.
Or they kick him out of the group and get somebody else. But the only reason
Thunderbolt looks like Luke Cage in Iron Fist's outfit.
Yeah.
The only reason I brought it up is because everybody makes a big fucking deal when they race swap from white to any other race. Well, now let's hear your outrage.
To be fair, the Wrecking Crew is like, not many people know the Wreck Crew. Even I'll be honest, even I was a little like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yo, as soon as they came up, I was like, oh, and I saw the W on the shirt. I was like, this is the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, like you can make Luke Cage white. We got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I'll never forget this. I saw the reason why I'm okay with racial swapping and all that stuff. I saw a post one time from a black dude that says, yo, you guys are all up for, James Bond and shit being black, but like, yo, keep the same energy when they make Shaft white. And I'm like, we spoke about it here. Like, fictional characters are one thing. I don't know how real Shaft was, but it is based on true events or something, or a true person. I don't know. So like, if it's based on a real person, then yes, you got to be careful with what you do. Like making Julia Roberts, Harriet Tubman, if that ever would have happened.
You know what the thing is though. I think the reason with that is that I think Shaft was the first breakout black, like, actor or character that we
Shaft
had.
Based on a true story?
He's one of those, like, he was our version of James Bond or some shit, right? That was like, that's the best we got.
Kojak, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those, like, this is our, like, one of our first. So it's touchy.
To answer
Shaft is a fictional character.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Hamilton is a fictional rap retelling of history that you do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, we have Eminem. How many white people you think can go out there and perform those raps like that?
But and also it's a play. Back in the day, men used to play women's part, and white people used to wear the black face paint and all that. So plays are kind of different.
It's a different
plays
medium.
is more it's more acceptable to have something different in the play than in the movie.
So here's my thing: the last, not Time to Die, the Spectre.
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Now, which one was it? Which one was it when James Bond went to the house?
Quantum of Silence.
No, was it Skyfall where the end of it was in his cottage? Or was that Spectre?
I haven't been
Shit.
around since Pierce
Either way.
Brosnan, bro.
Either way,
Oh, these are new ones.
there's a
Yeah.
James Bond movie with Daniel Craig, and the ending of it, he goes back to his home cottage, and he has the final fight with the bad guy, him and them. I was
Oh, it's
saying
Skyfall
that
then. Wait, his house
it's
burnt
Skyfall?
down?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Skyfall with Javier Bardem.
Yes. So
Yeah, it's Skyfall.
I'm fine with the whole James Bond racial swap thing because they had a perfect opportunity in that movie to turn around and go, hey, we're back at your place, Daniel, and his real name is something different. And when you become 007, you get the title 007 and the name James Bond.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, the idea that your super spy is okay with saying his fucking name to everyone is stupid.
Yeah.
But if it's a code name that nobody gives a shit about, you now don't have to worry about that logic of him saying the name, because when you look into James Bond, it'll only tell you about James and not his true self. Plus, now Sean Connery, George Lazenby,
Pierce,
Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, Roger Moore, Daniel Craig, you can explain why every few years James Bond looks different. It's because that Bond retires and they move up a new guy to take over 007 and James Bond. So now if you want to bring in somebody else, Daniel Craig retired and a new guy took up the mantle of. It's written so easily to where now you can make him whatever you want.
And contextually it fits because yes, you want James Bond to look different so no one could pin this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There might have, hey, yeah, I seen him, I seen her, I seen that guy, I seen this one over there. Which one is he? Gotta keep them guessing.
And like I said,
like Agent 47. You can make Agent 47 anyone you want.
Yeah.
Just make them you can make them a different number or whatever, but Hitman.
And that's it. That's the thing. I'm cool with, in comic books specifically, I'm cool with passing the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pass the mantle to Captain America, to anybody. I don't give a shit. You want to pass it to Big Bird, go right ahead. Where I hold a little bit of umbrage is when you all of a sudden you're like, well, Steve Rogers now. It's like,
yeah,
but he's not, because there's a reason Steve needs to be. Steve Rogers specifically, there's a reason he needs to be white, and the reason is
yeah.
The reason is in World War II, the Nazi Germany's, they had the Aryan race, 6'2", 6-pack abs, blonde hair, blue eyes. So who did we fucking send to fight them? 6'2", 6-pack abs, blonde hair, blue eyes. We took what their version of the ultimate shit was and turned it around and was like, no, this is really what the fucking shit is. He's for peace. He's for equality. He's for everybody. He's got none of your tendencies. Everything you said is false type shit. So historically, he needs to be, what do you call it? He needs to be that.
And they have black versions of a Captain America in those times. It's just
Isaiah Bradley.
For a subtle change like that, I don't really like Cap said earlier. I don't really know the Wrecking Crew like that. Or
a lot of people don't.
So to me, I didn't notice. But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying is because like I say this a lot. If you're gonna have a standard, you have to have the standard everywhere. So
you gotta keep the same energy.
I laughed because in the episode when he said Thunderball, I was like, I didn't see no black dude. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. But did you guys notice when she's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I'm the fucking Hulk. And then she turned into that was dope.
That was funny. I enjoyed that very much.
The one thing that I didn't understand and I didn't fucking get is when Blonsky turns to her and was like, "Oh, no, I'll show them," and he starts turning into Abomination. I didn't get her fucking freak out when he's trying to show them that he's in full control, even when he's Abomination. Why would you then freak out if he's telling you that's what he's doing?
I think it was more of a no, you're gonna fuck up this case. We're winning,
Yeah,
we're winning.
like, yo, we're doing good. We're doing good. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, that's how I took that.
But here's the thing, though. Their whole thing is, if he turns into the Abomination, it's a wrap. He'll do whatever
he's gonna
the fuck
lose
he wants. As a lawyer, if your fucking guy is like, yo, I'm gonna turn into him so I can prove, spin it. Spin the shit. Calm the crowd down. Ease everybody's fucking tension. She panicked. They panicked more. And I'm watching this going, the fuck's going on here? Why is everybody... First off, if the Abomination, or just turning into the Abomination, means that he can break out of the glass cell you put him in, you get out of the prison business. Why the fuck you put him in a glass cell then?
It's just the image. It's just which is kind of like a theme within the show, because when they're talking about like Blonsky and like, you know, and he's like, you know, an Abomination and the thing, you could see some, you know, expressions in her face like damn, that's also me now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was just the spectacle of him becoming it. It's like, yeah, you know, you're a lawyer, snap out of it, let's spin it. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. But I think she just didn't want them to see him and potentially mess up the case. That's how I took it, at least.
But I think, again, I think that's on the writers to write that a little more clearly on what the fuck's going on. Because from my vantage point, he went to change. She panicked. They panicked. She panicked even more.
And then he changed back.
Yeah, they were like, he's going to get loose. He's going to get loose. And I'm sitting here like, you put him in this.
So question.
Why would he get loose? You put him in this. The fuck?
Question.
Again, that's another thing. Why in the fuck would the panel freak out? You specifically have measures.
I get it.
What the fuck are we... That's
just
why
seeing it, even if you're like, you know, even seeing it, you know, you're protected from it, but even seeing it. I do have a question for you, Cap. When you're done.
Hold on, before you get to that question.
When you're done, yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's needless shit that they put into this. Because there's a vast difference between I'm going to panic because this motherfucker's going to escape right now when you designed the shit he's in. Versus I see him change and I'm still afraid of him. There's a difference.
I think that's the one, though.
That would have been more effective had he had been like, I'll show you I'm in control. And as he changed, you still see that they're afraid of him. But nobody's panicking. But yeah,
if I'm a lawyer, I'm probably like, yo, chill. But, you know, obviously, there, you know, I think it's the second one that you said. Either way. So, question that I have, we don't believe Blonsky at all, right?
Oh, no, I believe him 100%. Val's going to come and fuck that up.
Okay.
So here's a little spoiler that I got spoiled for me watching, I think, one of the Easter eggs for the third episode. In the coming attraction to the series, She-Hulk is sitting there going, ta-da, Blonsky's in that meeting. She could be on one of his islands in the retreat that he sets up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know a little bit more about what you're talking about in particular. I don't want to spoil it, but
no, but yeah. So
well,
I mean,
you could spoil it here. I saw the Easter egg videos too.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it could be that he did. You know, I don't trust him either. I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat the shit with you guys. A con man is a con man is a con man. This man, they did not force him to take that super soldier serum. He
Yes.
volunteered for that, and he told the
wanted
leader,
more.
"Give me this motherfucker's power."
Give me more.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on the limb here. I believe Blonsky 100%.
He's too good.
I believe him that he has found his peace. And again, what I think is gonna happen is Val's gonna show up with U.S. Agent, with Walker, and Val's gonna talk to him, and he's gonna say no, and Walker's gonna pull his best Captain America and tell him, they think you're a monster. Here's your chance at true redemption to show them that you're more, to be the hero you've always wanted to be, and to actually put a stop to something that matters.
You
And
could be better
that's
than
how,
Hulk.
yeah, that's
Now-
how they're gonna throw him in, and
Question.
he's gonna take it because of what you said, because he wanted it before. But until that point, he's not gonna act on anything. He's not gonna be nefarious. He's good to go.
Question now. U.S. Agent Shield. Are we gonna finally get adamantium?
They might say, well, they
'Cause
might.
we
I mean,
can't get vibranium.
Who knows?
they
can
might
do
they might
whatever
say it.
they
No,
want.
they can say it now. You know, they can.
Because remember, he made his own shield, and that got fucking manhandled. That got mangled.
Yeah, 'cause he made it out of sheet metal. Like,
But here's the thing though. You need a shield, right? We got the second best thing to vibranium, adamantium.
Val comes up with the, oh yeah, by the way, we did something to your shield. He's like, whoa, is this what they made Captain Shield? Is this vibranium? Not exactly. And maybe they hint at it or something.
It's a little heavier,
Yeah.
and it's not as shock absorbent, but it's strong.
I heard some people have it inside of them. You know, something.
Yeah,
you know,
you know.
some shit. I heard, you know, there's a guy running around with this inside of him. It's got to be strong, because so Valentina, so Val, so
Just
Val.
don't stand next to any magnets.
Yes. Yeah. Don't stand next to anyone who could control metal. Oh man, there's so much that's gonna happen. We're episode 4 this week, right?
yo,
Yes.
I
So
think we get our
now-
first big cameo this one. We got our
now
first
it
big cameo on this one.
starts- Well, what do you mean big? There's been cameos throughout.
No,
Big,
like
like the ones that we
plot
haven't
turning
seen
cameo.
yet, that we haven't heard about yet, the ones that we haven't seen.
yeah, plot changing cameo for the show.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
So-
you know,
Now we got to
besides
get a
Matt-
direction for this show. You know?
Yeah.
I think
Everything's
that's
laid
another
out.
thing. I know this show is just weekly, episodic, whatever, but there's got to be
An
some
end game.
through line.
An end game.
Yeah, you can't just have written 9 separate fucking episodes. Like,
Seriously.
This can't be
And-
Seinfeld.
I think Toe makes a good point. I think these are the 6 episodes that, you know, we would have gotten regardless. Kind of like a WandaVision thing. We got those first 3. It's usually episode 4 on these shows that go nuts. And then
Yeah.
episode 5 is like, oh my God. And then 6, they bring it all in. I think we're gonna get that.
well, we already got our filler episode out of the way.
Yeah, we got a few. I mean, I
Hopefully.
would say there's a couple of them. There might be 1 or 2 of them. The second one, I guess not. Third one was filler, but I do like the fun that they had with it. Again, I just like how aware the show is. Toe, was
Yeah.
that a bag of popcorn?
No, it was. I had an ice pack on my foot because my foot's been bothering me for weeks, so I was just icing it. So it
You
was
alright? You alright?
just napkins. Yeah, like I don't know if it's called the arch, but that part, like when I walk too much, that shit hurts. So I'm just trying to,
Son, you walking all day at the job.
yeah. But you
In
know,
Tim's.
I used to work in the airport in Tim's.
Bro,
That
I
was
haven't
a
had
fucking
pair-
pain in the ass.
I haven't had a pair of Tim's in a while. I'm a 12, so Tim's look like a size 16 on me.
Yeah,
So I just kind of stayed away, bro.
I hear you.
So you said you brought it up. Who do you think take Daredevil out of it because we know Daredevil's coming? Who do you think
Jessica. Yeah, I'm with it. Jessica's coming. We need a private eye. We need somebody to take pictures. Jessica's coming. Now, is it going to be next? Maybe. Jessica's coming. It's not just going to be Daredevil. they're gonna put in Jessica, and then after what you just said, what the reporter said, I think we see Jessica soon, bro.
Now,
And I love how she's like taking on
Ritter?
clients. Like they're signing, she's signing clients. You know, like Meg is her first client. So like I want to see who else she's gonna like, and let's get some superpowered here, some superpowered people, enhanced people that she like represents as well. Let's get Jessica up in there. Maybe Jessica gets in trouble for snooping around the wrong area, and then hey, this dude comes up like, yo, this is another one. We need you to get her off the hook because she's actually going to be beneficial to us. We need her services. You need to get her out of jail time. I don't know how you would capture Jessica Jones because she has her own powers and shit, of course. But I mean, you can make it happen.
What doesn't really use them too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could catch, out of all the superheroes, you could catch Jessica lacking so easy. She's always drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like you could catch her lacking easy.
What if this episode is she's defending a Kingpin level boss? Like Blonsky was, it was lighthearted, but he's a monster and she's defending him getting out of jail. But what if now she's actually defending a legitimate threat to the streets? And that's where Daredevil comes in a couple episodes later on. Some, yo, you don't know what you're doing.
For sure. And it looks like Daredevil's coming in the end or towards the end. You know, she has her suit already on when she meets him. We have not seen any mentions of that suit at all. So did you guys catch the part where they're like, oh, is it true that somebody tried to kill you in a mob hit?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It's so, yo, bro, I'm having a real good time with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call that? It's not satire. This isn't satirical. Like you are legit following the continuity.
That's
so
just
like,
Easter egg drop.
It's so funny when they keep doing that kind of shit. Man.
She was rejected by the Avengers.
Yeah. And they're like running with it, and then just like, and then she's like, I love that moment where she's kind of realizing that, yo, I'm the She-Hulk. You know, they're like, so how did that name come up? With like, honestly, I didn't even make the name. Somebody made it. And she's like, I guess it's not that terrible. Like, she's coming into her way. I think these whole first 3 episodes was just her like acknowledging that she's She-Hulk. Like, get over it. Like, they had that moment, and I forget, but they said something about Blonsky being a monster, and she's like, damn, that's me too. Then she had the moment where the guy grabbed her. She's like, oh my God. And then it's like, boom. And then she had the moment in front of on television where she's like, it's just the kind of name that they gave me. And it's like, she's like, it's whatever's growing on me or whatnot. So I'm having a lot of fun with how aware this show is. I said it from the very beginning, since we spoke about this from the first episode. They're making fun of themselves. They're making fun of everybody else. And like, bro, they are tying some things around now. Granted, I don't know where this Wong stuff is going, and it can. Okay, there is 2 forks on the road with this Wong thing. Dangerous and absolutely horrific. It's like, you know, Raccoon City or Silent Hill. You know, where you going with this? So it's like they could mess it up really bad, but you know, let's see where that's going.
Yo,
you know,
you gotta explain that. What you gotta explain that more. What's these 2 paths?
Raccoon City is the
Resident Evil.
Is the city in Resident Evil.
No. I know the cities. Like how to like what
it could be
Raccoon City. What does that mean? How does that bad?
Because you want to go to Raccoon City because you know it's physical. It's dangerous, but you can make it out of there. Silent Hill, that's just a mental fuck. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what you're gonna see over there. So it's like dangerous and more dangerous, is what I'm saying. So, you know, be careful with that. But, you know, we are getting some stuff in there. We're getting some lore in there. We're getting, you know, we got a little bit of what's been going on with Bruce. You know, we're going to obviously see Daredevil. I like what this show is like. This show kind of, the way that I'm looking at it is kind of like in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, that that area in between all of the dimensions. I kind of feel like that's what the show wants to do. I don't know if it's doing it yet, But I feel like there's some loose ends that they are talking about. They mentioned the hand, you know, they threw in some more X-Men stuff in there. So it's like,
Yo, which we touched on it briefly before, but Cabs, you were 100% right that when they finally bring up the Celestials sitting out in the ocean, Toad was gonna be not so happy about it.
it's gonna be
It's literally a blink and you miss it.
it's gonna be stupid. I knew it was gonna be dumb. You know what I'm saying? But like they mentioned it. Hey, what's with the big head? You know.
Yo, I was on YouTube last week, and this is episode 2, and I see the thumbnail for the Easter egg for episode 2, and I'm like, yo, it's 8:00 in the morning on Thursday. Why the fuck do you already have Easter egg drops on YouTube? Like, I see Wolverine on the thumbnail.
This is
So I'm
their
like-
job.
I'm like,
they
fuck.
clock in at 8.
Yeah.
They clock in at 8 like we do, you know.
Yeah, so I'm like, fuck. So I watched episode 2, and I'm like, there's nothing that had to do with Wolverine. Let me watch this shit. And it was literally an article that I don't read. I'm not a nosy person. I'm not gonna read the shit she's reading and be like, oh, section 12, paragraph 3. It said if you're a big ass green woman, you can't walk into the court with shoes. And now look, see, episode 5, she got arrested for walking with shoes because she's green. It's like I'm not putting those two things together. I'm not reading. I'm here to watch.
So I hear you. But ever since we started doing this and way back to like I've watched Easter egg videos forever now.
Yeah.
I pause when I see like tickers on a news thing, like you can see in the bottom, Titania. It said Titania has an outburst because of her low blood sugar. Like I am reading all of that now because you never know. And when I saw I stopped it. And I was like, okay, we got word. Every time I see a news article, an internet thing, I stop it because I got my Easter egg shades on. And I stopped it, and clear as day, the man having a bar fight with claws, and that I saw it, I was like, what are you guys trying to do here? And it was small, it was subtle, and you blink, you miss it. And obviously they meant for it to be like that. Obviously they would have made it bigger. So I could see why you're upset, but I knew it was just going to be like quick throwaway. Yeah. And we'll get more explanation later.
There was one. Did I tell you, Cap, that it could be someone besides Wolverine?
Yeah, you were saying something about it, but I don't know where you were going with it.
No, because someone had. Yeah, I forgot. There was like a fight in a bar, and someone had like knives or some shit.
You can have claws. Like Black Panther has claws.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of those things. It was like, it was one of those things. It was like, maybe they're referencing this and no one catches it. I forgot what I was talking about.
Because everybody's hyped about X-Men and Wolverine. So it could be subterfuge. Yeah, 100. I could totally see Marvel doing that. And just like, haha, we're not going to say shit until 2025 where the licenses and the contracts are lifted. Haha, we're not saying a damn word. I could definitely be like, hey, no one said Wolverine, so he's the only man with claws in the MCU.
Oh, that's what it was. The Green Goblin. He could, because remember he landed and he went into the alleyway. He's being fucking possessed. He could have went into a bar, got into a fucking argument with somebody, pulled out his claws that came out of his suit. He had claws in his suit. You know what I'm saying? So
which it makes sense it makes sense for this show because the show's so trolly.
Yeah.
This is a big troll, this entire show. And I am not a troll guy. Like I've told you guys before, like I don't want to choose petty. I don't want to choose violence. I'm very open to things and I try to give everything the benefit of the doubt. But like Marvel, have fun, man. Have a good time. You deserve it. Look, I've been talking to a lot of people about this. I'm the Marvel guy at work, right? People just come up to me like, damn, John, Marvel fucking sucks nowadays. And I'm like, well, you know, Marvel had their ups and downs. You know, so we had an amazing trilogy, an amazing double feature with with Infinity War and Endgame. And now everybody wants that to be every movie. And some movies are advertised that way, some movies are not. And at the end of the day, the reason I'm always going to love Marvel and the reason why you shouldn't be that upset is because Marvel gave you a good 15 years out of all of this. So whether you stopped at
Yeah.
5, whether you stopped at 10, whether you stopped at 15, bro, there's been a lot of this. Like, you cannot look back disappointed.
Yeah, the Infinity Saga is forever going to be the standard to which every fucking shared universe is held.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's like, bro, like, even if you're out, like, it's okay. It's okay if you're out. Like, I don't get upset when people tell me they're out because, yo, the fatigue is real. Okay, there's a lot. If you missed the last 5 years of Marvel, you're coming back in lost. There's so much shows. Has anybody watched the Groot shorts?
I want to, but I haven't yet.
Apparently the CGI is perfect there. Makes sense. It's fucking 10-minute clips, but
Yeah.
But there's a difference between animating something in CGI and trying to CGI something in real life.
100%, 100.
You know-
So it's like there's been so much fun stuff that, like, if you're out, you're out. It's just one thing I will say, man. Let's stop hate watching stuff, because now people go into these movies now. It's like my guest all the time, right? I just said this before plenty of times here. We have a joke, like, when you are going to your destination, when you're going to get to your vacation that I helped you get, right? When you get there, the flight over there, if that flight goes bad, you're having a bad experience. You're not going to forget that flight. So the flight is perfect. So if you have a bad flight, you're going to go in there and complain about how the ice is too cold. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, the sun is too hot. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find reasons. So, like, let's stop hate watching things. And it's like, yo, if you're just out of the MCU, just stay out of it. If you're hoping for the comeback and you haven't gotten it, I'm sorry. I feel bad about that. But I don't care when people it's been so fun the last couple years, you know? The last 10, 15.
And I can understand that if, like, they actually had good movies, but in all honesty, Marvel and, like, superhero action movies are the only movies we can actually go watch nowadays. Like, the only movie I can tell you that wasn't a Marvel or action movie associated that I enjoyed watching in the past, like, 10, 15 years was Black Phone. With what's his name?
With Arthur Harrow.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke. Yeah. So it's like every other movie, it's like this shit sucked. The movie with
Top Gun was good. Top Gun was good.
Yeah, Maverick was amazing. I'll give you that.
Maverick was a great movie.
The movie with Denzel Washington and Jared Leto, it was like, that's it. Jared Leto and Denzel Washington. With Denzel Washington's the cop, and they killed Jared Leto because he's kidnapping the girl.
All the small things, or little things, or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like I remember watching it and it ended, and I was like, "That's it? You done? And let me go back to my video game." Like,
I haven't watched any other movie in the theaters other than some, like, gaming shit or, like, well, I mean, Maverick.
You know something, man?
Maverick was a good movie.
The movie theater should be for spectacle. You want to see this on the biggest screen possible.
IMAX.
Sound, with popcorn and soda. Honestly, I mean, horror movies are in that. You want to go in there, turn all the lights off. Everybody's fucking freaking out at the same time.
That's an experience.
Why in the fuck do I want to go to a theater to watch talking? So I saw Elvis in the theater, and Elvis was a good movie.
But that's a spectacle, though.
Yeah, that was.
It's music and dancing, right?
Now hold up. Now I got your Casino, Goodfellas, Bronx Tale, like those types of movies.
We're talking about now.
Okay, now, all right, yeah.
Even back then.
Because back in the day, movies were $5 without it being Tuesday. Back in those days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like Casino, that is not a movie that I need to watch on a big screen with surround sound with a crowd of people.
100%.
That's a movie I need to see at home. I can pay attention to what the fuck's going on. I can follow it. Like, I don't need to see that on a big screen.
I agree. Like
But-
you go to the big screen for the big action blockbuster, explosions, Michael Bay sound.
Well,
Yeah.
also, but the thing is, like, I go to movie theaters for the experience. Like, I want to go there and I watch a Goodfellas in the movie theaters.
For sure,
It's because
of
it's
course.
like, you know, I got my popcorn, I got my drink, I'm sitting in the chair, and it's literally I'm in a space where nothing else can bother me. I turn on my phone and I'm here. I got this big screen TV. I'm like, yeah. I go there to watch movies. You know, like I watch movies at my house, and it's not the same. You know, you watch a movie, you look at your phone.
You grab
know,
your
the lights,
phone.
yeah, the lights are on. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me get something to drink. Theater, locked in. Like
I don't
every
look
week,
at my phone in the theater. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
every week me and mom would go, and it didn't matter what was playing. That's why I was like, yo, I want to go to movie theaters to watch the fucking cartoon movie. You know, the fucking Rise of Groot or the superhero pets, whatever's playing. If it looks interesting, I'll go and watch it. I saw Buzz Lightyear in the theaters. I regret it, but I saw Buzz Lightyear in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. Like, I want to go to the theaters and have that experience. And what the problem is when it's like $30 a ticket, it's like, all right, there's a problem.
Nah, see, I grew out of that. I don't need to see anything in the theater. That's not a communal. That's not a. Even though I experience shit on a 1-to-1 basis. If it's not a communal movie, I don't need to be around people.
Seeing Endgame and Infinity War in the theaters is something that you go to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But so, you know what it all. I said this story a million times. Where it all started to go downhill. Paranormal Activity, a movie I was hyped to see. That Toe and Mom were not. So now sitting in there, I was like, I could have just watched this shit at home while nobody, like, why do I need to be in here?
Yeah, that's a movie recorded, like not all of it, but like, you know, there's a lot of camera or, you know, pretending to be a camera shot or whatever. But
No, but my point is that I'm now to the point where the only reason I go to the theater is because if I don't see it now, it's gonna get ruined for me later.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was something special about watching Black Widow in the crib. I was like, you know what? I don't mind this. I don't mind it. Like, granted, I want the big spectacle though, of course. But I was like, I don't mind this. Like, I thought moving forward, we were just gonna get them all on Disney Plus. Now, granted, that shit was $30 on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
I know
the
that.
same as 2 tickets.
Yeah, exactly. I know that I can keep this movie. I get it. I know, but that's still a little pricey, bro. That's 30 clams, bro. That's
here's where I'm at now.
Groceries, fam. You could get bread and sandwich meat and some sodas and chips, and you got food for the week.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I'm a big Halloween fan. All right.
As you should be.
And Halloween ends. I was like, all right, this is coming out in the theater. The minute I saw the post where they're like, oh, it's playing same day on Peacock, I was like, I no longer need the fucking theater. Now I can sit at home, yell at my screen at home, not worry about any other people.
To be honest with you, if it was one of those things, was like it comes out the same day on the streaming service or the movie theater, I'm watching on the streaming service.
Even the big spectacle at this point, I might just whatever.
Yeah.
I put some headphones on.
Like the one thing I might do consider is on some. Let's watch this in 4DX.
Yeah, now it's about the experiences. Yeah.
Yo, I'll tell you right now, if they had Endgame streaming same day on Disney Plus as in the theater, I'd have sat at home. Vin would have been like, yo, you want to go to the theater to watch Endgame? I'd have been like, $30. Boop. You go to the theater if you want to, dog. I'm watching this shit right here.
I'm starting to realize that I might not have a clear answer on this. Because Infinity War and Endgame, I'm definitely watching that in the theater. But I don't know, because that's the thing. I watched most Marvel movies, I haven't done it in I think with Thor Love and Thunder to do this, but I usually watch the bougie, food and drink theater that I know no one's gonna scream or yell. I do that. Trust me, I know, very expensive. I know.
That's how I saw Elvis.
And then the next day, I will go to AMC, which is literally 3 train stops away from me. Train is right in front of my house. I'll get there matinee, get there early, $12. Maybe I want to watch at IMAX. And then I watch that whole communal experience, like you said. I'm starting to think, like I just said, I don't know if I have an answer because it's like Infinity War and Endgame, I would have not watched that at the crib. But there's a part of me that enjoys the privacy. And I just said Black Widow, I actually had a good time watching home. I actually thought Shang-Chi would be in there. I was like, all right, let's watch Shang-Chi here. But it came out in the theater. So I don't know. I think it's case by case. Like Maverick, we watched it 4DX, which was kind of crazy. It was funny because of all the in the water. It was stupid, but I had a good time. But I mean, could I have watched Maverick in the house? Maybe, yeah. I mean, I was with the fellas. I'm in New York, so it's just about the vibe, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just a case-by-case basis for me because Sonic 2, I went to the movie theaters for Sonic 2, but if Sonic 2 came same day HBO Max, you best believe I'm watching Sonic 2 HBO Max.
So this is my justification. If I'm looking at a movie going, I gotta see that.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes out, I gotta see it. Like, yo, you want to go opening weekend? We gotta see it. I'll go to the movies to watch it, even if it's on streaming. If it's one of those movies, I'll wait. I could wait until it's Netflix or it's like, I want to do something. Or people's like, yo, you want to go see this movie? All right, fuck it.
You're not making time for it. You're not trying as hard to make time for it. Yes.
If it has a priority, I need to see this movie like Endgame or Infinity War or the next Marvel, Black Panther. I might just go, let's go to the movies to do it, and then order the shit at home.
Yeah.
Watch it twice that way. Just because it's one of those, it's like, this is how I see these movies. You know what I'm saying? So I still want to experience Black Panther on a fucking huge screen with the popcorn. Because nothing beats the popcorn and the soda and the hot dog. Every time I go to the movies, I went to the movies at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I got a popcorn, I got a hot dog, and I got a soda.
Damn, son, y'all get those. Y'all get early viewing times like that.
Yeah.
Here the earliest I got like 10:15, which is still good.
Cap's boy was like, "Yo, you gonna eat a hot dog at 9:30 in the morning?" I said, "Well, it's better than eating it at 9:15." You know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah, bro. Every time I come to the movie theater, I need a hot dog, I need a popcorn, and I need a soda. This is my ritual. This is my
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's the same principle as chopping up some hot dogs and putting it in scrambled eggs.
Yeah, it's
same
like
principle.
You go to you watch the Super Bowl. You have your chips, you have your dips, you have your fucking wings, you have your beer. No one bother me. I'm in the movie theaters. I got my popcorn, I got my hot dog, I got my drink. No one bother me.
No, I will say this. There's something special about that matinee. The theater's all yours.
Yes.
You get there early.
Yes.
You could stand up and walk. Yo,
you
matinee.
Still have the day ahead of you when you're out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I'm coming out and it's not pure darkness.
Yeah.
Like if I could have if every time I have like a week off of work and I'm not doing shit, I'm kind of just vibing at the house, I will go watch a movie. At that point, it is experience based. But that's the thing. I think what it is at this point is like, what's worth the shitload of people there for you? Like for me, I think that maybe that's where I'm at. Like, what's worth the shitload of people? Marvel's worth a shitload of people. Maverick, I could watch that the next day. You know what I'm saying? Or like, do I care to go to this specific movie for this? Like Uncharted, I watch all video game movies because I think they're fun. I was gonna go watch Uncharted, but things came up, and then I ended up watching it home months later, right? So I guess what is worth being in a fucking packed movie theater at 9 p.m.? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me now, the only movies I will go see in the theater is something that I'm like, if I don't see it now, it'll get spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also a
Yeah.
good point.
And
So
there's
if
sometimes
I don't
shit
want
be
to get
spoiled for 'em
spoiled,
before it even comes out.
then I gotta see it. If it's a movie like Top Gun Maverick,
You can't spoil them.
like there's no spoiler in that.
Yeah.
If that movie, if that movie was gonna come out day and date on a streaming service that we own, I'd have stayed home and watched it.
I
Yeah.
think I could have done Top Gun as the
No,
crib as well.
I went to go see Nope in the theater, only because I was like, yo, I heard that there was something with the ending, and I was like, yo, I want to see what this twist is before it gets spoiled. Again, had it have been something I could watch at home, I'll watch it home. Like I said, I'm going to watch Halloween Ends on the couch in my fucking living room. And I don't give a damn who's got tickets to what.
Well, no, well, we
Free
saw
at
Halloween
home.
kill. We saw Halloween Kills at home.
Well, I mean, at the theater was closed.
No, but you know what I'm saying. So it's like I don't mind Halloween Ends there. But
I know
if
a
it
lot
was
of
only in the theaters, we would have went to go to the theaters to see it.
I know a lot of people during the pandemic started like renting out movie theaters for themselves. So it's like $300, you know, like, and the movies, the theater is just yours, and you and your friends.
Yeah.
You have. I think there's a limit on people who come, because clearly at that point, I put 20 people there. We watch a movie for like, you know, a couple bucks a piece, whatever. But that's fun. But I think it's case by case, and it also has to do with you, because some people might want to go to the theater to watch, I don't know, some like car movie. I couldn't care less. You know what I'm saying? But and some people might feel the same way about Marvel movies. And that's the thing. A Marvel movie drops, that theater is packed.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they started doing Thursday. Before it was Thursday night, it was 12 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, now
You can watch a Marvel movie
at
you can watch that. Yo, I've seen people watch it at 3:30 p.m. on the Thursday before release. So I guess that's good. I guess they got a lot of openings in the theaters. They're like, yo, come. We need y'all here. So that's good. But like, we talking like 10 years ago. Big Marvel movie on Friday. Fam, that shit is annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like 10 years ago, it was almost like a race between the crew who saw the movie first.
Yeah.
And it was always, yo, you want to go midnight showing. And they got to the point where it was like, yo, fuck them. Because it would
I
be
can't
like
do
a
a midnight showing all day.
it'd be like a midnight showing where Cap just did a double. I'm working.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, we just ran out of work to go see it. And then at one point, I think it was either Cap or me. And I was like, yo, fuck the midnight show on Friday. There's no one in the movie theater Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. You want to go see that? Let's do that. And that's what we do now in the morning. The earliest, yo, dude, I had maybe 4 hours of sleep when we went to go see Dragon Ball. I said, I don't give a shit. I would rather go in there with 4 hours of sleep than sit next to someone.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
1,000,000%. Like the 12 o'clock, like, bro, a Marvel movie 12 o'clock showing, fam, you getting home at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. And yo, we saw X-Men First Class for Days of Future Past. I had to sit on the fucking steps. This was before the reserved seating. I had to sit on the side steps. That's how packed that shit was.
That's fucking wild.
And and I'm like, yo, I paid to see a fucking midnight airing of this fucking movie to sit on the steps. It's not like they only show this shit on this day at midnight. It's tomorrow. There was showings before this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I could take a day off of work and come watch this shit.
And even I might even enjoy a movie more because I'm not watching it around people.
Yeah.
So like one of the matinee movies I seen, it was a $5 Tuesdays. Back in my old crib in the hood, right in front of my house. There's a mall. In the mall, first showing was like 11:30, I believe, and I went to watch. No, I'm lying. I was supposed to work that day, and I had set up the schedule for everybody, but I overbooked, and I had more than enough people in there, and it's like 11:30. I'm the manager, and they're like, "Yo, look, man, you've been busting your ass in here lately. We got the spot. just ride, just go. And I'm like, bet, I'm gonna leave. I'm the manager, I could do that. So I had the movie pass.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had the movie pass. So I would walk home. I didn't have a car, and my house was relatively close. So I'm passing by the movie, and I'm like, hey, let's just go watch a flick. Whatever's on, I don't care. Whatever is on first, I am going to watch. And I ended up, it was completely empty. Tuesday, it's like 11:30. Assassin's Creed is playing. The Michael Fassbender Assassin's Creed movie. Horrible movie. The parts in the Animus when he's actually parkouring, not bad. Horrible movie. But I remember that experience fondly because it was an empty theater, had my popcorn. In this theater, they served beer, had a few brewskis. You know, I didn't mind getting up to pee. It's fucking, you know. So I made a thing out of it. I got home 3 hours later, and it's still fucking bright outside, and I have the whole day, like Cap says. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to point out for everybody who's watching right now, back in the day when we were growing up, the only place you could see a movie was in a movie theater.
Yeah.
So the whole like watching Goodfellas and all that, it's the only way you could see it.
No, yeah.
For
months. You had
months.
to wait like a year and a half.
Months,
to
even
come on
years.
like fucking VHS.
Mm-hmm. And then
Now
that quality.
Yeah.
And then
Now
look,
we got
remember the
shit
DVD.
yeah, now we got DVDs. Now we got streaming services. Now 45 days later, it's on the fucking. It's on wherever.
Yeah, Elvis is now on HBO, and I didn't see Elvis in the theater. I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, it's not that bad. I'm happy I saw it at home, but you know,
Yo, that's a good movie, but I did not need to see it in a theater.
yeah. That's when you start knowing that the quality of the movie went down or the price of tickets went up. Because when we saw Uncharted on Netflix, I was like, the movie's not bad. It's not worth going to the movies. If I went to the movies to see it, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
But it's not bad watching it for free on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Well, it's 12 o'clock. I know Cab's got a business meeting tomorrow. He's hooking the president up with some Muay Thais.
You mean my Thais?
I gotta shake hand and kiss babies. No, I don't. I just gotta fucking wake up early for my job.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's weird because I have the opposite. I have to kiss hand and shake babies.
Yeah. Wait. I'm young, but I lived through what Cap talking about. These kids. Yeah?
Yeah.
Y'all got streaming services.
And the bootleg movies used to come on CDs, and the African dude came and sold it to you. You didn't go on a website and watch them.
I remember when the website started getting the free movies. That was a game changer.
Oh yeah. But then again, yo, I've had bad experiences, bro. It's like you watch one movie and it's like
black. It's just darkness.
Yeah.
And the
then,
sound quality is horrible because you're
Yep.
recording off of this. No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If I have to choose between a bootleg and the movie theater, I'm going to the movie theater every time.
Yo, but there was a phase where all we was doing was buying bootlegs. And we watched it that way. And then it was so bad, I said, yo, I'm never watching a bootleg movie again. And I went through the same shit, Thor Ragnarok 3D, never watching a 3D movie again. And we only watched it in 3D because that was the only theater open. And I remember telling Cap, Bleaks, Deuce, and everybody else, do not invite me to a 3D fucking movie again. I am never watching a 3D movie. I don't give a shit if it's Avatar IMAX 3D. I'm not watching a fucking another 3D movie. I'll wait for another show. Nah, fuck that.
The last 3D movie I watched, I think it was Transformers 2.
Shit. You saw Tyrese in 3D?
I think I had another one with my son. I think maybe we went to go watch Despicable Me or something, and he wasn't feeling it. No, I watched Civil War in 3D.
Oh man,
with him, and he didn't like it. I was getting a little. It was a little.
Yeah.
Funny. You end up taking off the glasses. You end up taking.
Yeah, because you do this.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
You can see
There's
the
no
red and the
fucking
blue. You
difference.
can see the red and the blue, and it gets a little fuzzy, but your eyes are so messed up at this point. It's just a relief almost.
Yeah. I was like, nah, man, I'm fuck this. There's no,
And
they're
I-
not poking, you know. They're
As
fuzzy.
weak as Transformers 2 was, the 3D parts on the moon were actually pretty sick.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Final Destination, which was in 3D,
Yeah.
awesome. Jackass 3D, some of the best fucking 3D I've ever seen.
Wait, I saw a movie in 3D. So it was a horror movie, not a horror movie, but like things were like splatting. Like you could see guts and shit hit the screen. Was it
My
a Saw-
Valentine's Day 3D?
Was it a Saw movie?
Well,
Oh, Saw
they had
3D.
Saw 3D.
I was Saw 3D then. That might have been no, but that was before.
But
Civil
didn't they also
War.
have that Valentine's Day 3D movie?
Yeah.
Where it was like every Valentine, or the girl kept reliving her Valentine's Day shit, and
I
she was.
remember.
No. That's a different thing. That's a
Oh.
Cupid thing.
I remember specifically guts blowing up in the screen. I was like, this doesn't look good.
Oh,
Could be
it's probably,
Saw 3D.
it probably saw. Yeah,
Could be Saw 3D. Somebody blew up. Maybe that's what it is.
but yeah,
No,
man, nah.
Yeah.
Drive Angry 3D. The greatest fucking Ghost Rider movie ever made.
And Nicolas Cage was in it.
Yeah. Which is what pisses me off about fucking Ghost Rider and Cage. Drive Angry was that's the Ghost Rider movie we deserve.
Drive Angry. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's a good. It came out right when Faster came out, so it was almost like Faster and Drive
Yo,
Angry.
this
was
is
the similar fucking movie.
this is fucking Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nick Cage. You don't know when to let it go.
Yo, it's literally about a guy who died, made a deal with the devil, came back to stop the fucking worst guy from starting a cult. It's exactly what.
And didn't he steal his daughter or some shit?
Yeah, they took his daughter. He has a magic gun with bullets, and he has a fucking fast car. That's like.
So I see that Amber Heard is in here. I see a picture. It says Furia Ciega. That's the Spanish name for it. Furia Ciega, which is blind fury.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yo,
It says Nicolas Cage, Furia Seria. That's awesome. But yeah, on that note,
if you get a chance, watch that movie.
I will. I'm telling you, I don't know when I'm gonna take it. I need to build this one PTO. I'm taking a week off where I'm just catching up.
Yo, I think I might do that shit too. Well, the 21st, I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because we're going to the AEW event.
Yes.
But I think I might need to take a week off.
I need
also.
one of those weeks.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
Yep.
Always a pleasure.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully our shows get made and you enjoyed them. Next week we'll be back. Kaz will be back and we'll be better than ever. It's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody. J. Jonah J.